Okay, I think that worked. It looks like TikTok's actually live for once. Properly, not for once, but... Okay, so it was OBS, 100% OBS was messed up. But it's working now. Okay, it looks like it's fine on TikTok. Let's make sure Twitch and YouTube are okay. My YouTube stream died. Like, it's gone. Let's see if I can find it, if it's live anywhere else. Let's see if it's happened. Okay, it's live, it's just not with the logo. That's fine, I can fix that. But yeah, basically there was like a weird glitch. I guess the one app needed to update or something, but it was really weird. It was sending my main Twitch stream to everything. It wasn't actually allowing me to have two separate layouts, which is what I wanted. So I'm guessing that it wasn't OBS in particular. I think it might have been my whatever this update is called. I don't even remember what it's called. The Atom vertical screen update thing. It needed to update, and it seems like that was what the issue was. So I updated it. That's why I had to turn off OBS, and now it seems to be working again. But yeah, it was really weird. I even went live on TikTok from OBS, and it was still showing my Twitch stream. It was really, really weird, but I think we fixed it. With all that being said, I am absolutely exhausted, so I am very sorry that I look like complete trash right now. I did not sleep well at all last night, like not even in the slightest. And then I woke up. I've been up for about 2 hours, almost 3 hours now, trying to just like wake up, and it's not happening. And Alana has to go to bed, so I can't sleep any later than I have. So I'm just completely and utterly exhausted right now. Sorry, I'm just looking to change the thumbnail, but I don't think I have a thumbnail. Oh well, I guess we'll just leave it. Yeah, that should be fine. Whatever. But yeah, so it's been kind of a messy morning for me, so I'm pretty tired. So we're just gonna play some Minecraft just because it's a lot easier than having to like concentrate on anything, especially 7 Days to Die, where I need to like make sure I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. With Minecraft, I need some diamonds and I need some ancient debris, so I can literally just dig and shut my brain off. I am so exhausted. So exhausted. Oh, finally, Pursuit hasn't even started yet. It's an 18-hour flight. Yeah, you'll be there on time. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I hope everybody's having a really good day. I think I figured out... Well, no, I didn't figure it out. I think I know what happened. Remember last stream yesterday, we were having issues with the alerts. I think it's working. I can't say I got it working. I think it's working. It seems like it was just a glitch in OBS again. It must have been an update that went live right as I was going live, and it messed with all of OBS, because now that I've turned it on, I can hear the alerts just fine. I'm hoping you can. I can't. Let's mute the music for a second. Let's see if it works. Can you hear this? Can you hear those alerts? Are they doubling, or is it sounding okay? It sounds fine? Okay, perfect. Hello, Inuyugi, nice to see you. Tyler, hello. Weewin, hello. Now I'm saying hi to you, like 5 minutes into the stream. Yeah, I think OBS was just completely messed up. I don't know what happened, but like when I turned on the computer today, I tested the alert and it just worked. I didn't have to change anything. Mind you, I didn't save any of the changes I did yesterday, so when I turned it on today, it was exactly where it needed to be. And it's all working, so I don't know what happened with OBS yesterday that it wasn't working, because I restarted everything else. All the other sound apps and everything got restarted, so it must have been OBS that was glitching, but it seems to be working now. And obviously the camera didn't work when we started, but it seems to be fine now. Wendell the Wanderer, hello, how are you? How you been? Thank you so much for letting me know it wasn't doubling. Yeah, it's so hard to tell sometimes, because on my screen, I have 3 sound bars. So I've got the alerts sound on its own little bar. I've got the broadcast, which is what everybody else hears, and then I've got the microphone sound channel. But when I set the alerts off, it's triggering both the broadcast and alert sound bars to light up. So I don't know if you guys are hearing 2 or just 1. So I'm glad it's only 1. Oh, Miguel is going to be single. I think. Miguel is never single. Everyone loves Miguel. Everybody wants to be with Miguel. Everybody wants to be Miguel. Dontavis, hello. Nice to see you. Welcome. I hope you are doing well. But yeah, so I'm I'm completely and utterly exhausted this morning, so I'm probably going to talk a lot of nonsense. I'm probably going to be pretty low energy. I will say that. So don't be surprised. I'm definitely not going to make it a super long stream today. Sorry, I'm looking this way because I'm trying to get Minecraft started so I can get going. I'm probably not going to be a super long stream today, but we'll spend some time just like searching for diamonds and stuff. Miguel did dump Charlene and Arlene. They were both, they were too demanding of Miguel's love. Miguel has to have love for everyone, not just two people. Even though they do have very jiggly boobies. But Miguel needs more than just some jiggly boobies. I really wanted to play that game again. Like, even when I was in the shower, I was like, yeah, I want to play some 7 Days to Die, but no. I am way too tired. Like, I could lay down right now and go right to sleep. I sat on the couch over here. It's a reclining couch. I sat with like my feet up and everything, and it took everything in me to stand up and stream. And the only reason I got up to stream is because Alana's going to bed, and so Nora is going to kind of be sitting by herself. And I was like, the later I get up to stream, the longer Nora's going to be by herself. So I should start now so I can get it over with and then be done by like 3 at the latest, and then she can have some time with me in the afternoon. But oh, I'm so tired, and I have to work so late tonight. It was just a late night. It was just a late night. I was laying in bed and I couldn't sleep. And next thing I know, it's like 4:30 in the morning and I'm still sitting there wide awake. And so like I didn't get to bed till almost 6, and then I was up at 10. So like I'm just a zombie right now. I'm just a zombie. It's been a really long week, but today is my Friday, so I get to sleep. Well, not really sleep, but I get to not do anything, which I'm really excited about. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you know? There's nothing to really complain about. I'm just tired, but that's par for the course, as they say. Oh, I gotta share 2 things with you. One, I got dumped by TikTok. Tyler, I saw you liked it on Threads there. I got dumped by TikTok. People on TikTok, don't rat me out. Ramprods, hello, nice to see you. Welcome. Don't rat me out to TikTok because they get mad if you talk about them. But I got an email from TikTok. Holy crap, we got 584 likes on TikTok. Nice, thank you so much. I got an email from TikTok. I got offered to be part of their creator program, their Canadian creators program, about a year ago, a little bit over a year ago. Basically saying like, you know, I'm a prominent creator from Canada, that they wanted to give me access to their like community service people or community team people, so I can like email them if I ever had a problem. That's how I got my stream unbanned, because I emailed them directly. That's how I got my key to start streaming before a lot of other people did. It was nice. They offered a lot of like Zoom meetings that they would send us to where they could like talk about strategies, but 99.999999999% of it was not relevant to my type of content, or it was stuff that's already all over TikTok for free. So it wasn't anything that was really like amazing that I was getting. Like, it wasn't like they were sending me cakes or, you know, gifts or anything, or they gave me like special promotions. None of that. It was just free Zoom calls and somebody to email if I had an issue. But I got an email from them, and I'm not going to read it all, but it basically says, we are reaching out to tell you that this current cycle of our community managed program is officially ending this month, and we will not be working with you anymore. We want to ensure that we're consistently opening our spots up for other creators that want to join our team, or up and coming creators that want to join our team. And we're going to be announcing a new iteration for new members of the TikTok community to connect with us, learn, and to be part of our team. And this is bittersweet for us. We've watched you grow and create and connect with other people around the globe. We want to thank you so much for being a part of this participating and contributing into this community on TikTok. Do not email our creator support team, however. If you have any issues, use the app following these steps, and then they name like the report a problem, blah, 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 blah. In other words, I don't know how to say this, but it's not you, it's me. Except also don't ever call me again. Like I put that up on Threads. But like, I just got dumped by TikTok. I got broken up with, and they gave me the "it's not you, it's me." They gave me the "it's not you, it's me." Oh man. Yeah, it would be nice if there was a creator fund in Canada. It'd be nice if there was more support in Canada for a lot of artistic stuff.
Just testing, Kappa.
It worked. It worked. Oh man. Symbol, no, I'm not sad about it. Like I said, it wasn't anything really creative. Weewin, thank you for the scare. It worked. I'm not really upset about it because it didn't offer anything, right? Like, it wasn't like I had like a community manager. It wasn't like there was some kind of special benefit to being part of it, except for those Zoom meetings, which, like I said, almost all of it did not apply to me, because most of it was like how to bring people over to your business. Well, I don't run a business, so that doesn't matter to me. Or how to use trending sounds. Well, I use a lot of fun facts in video games, so trending sounds doesn't always work for me, so I don't really care about that. Or how to like monetize from the creator program. I'm in Canada, that doesn't qualify for me either. And then it was just like how to make your content better, but like as far as like lighting and sound, and it's like I think my content is like top tier as far as TikTok is concerned, so like I'm not learning anything from you guys. The biggest thing was just having the possibility of participating in stuff. Like, they emailed me about 3 months ago. It was sent to all of us, but it was an email that basically said if we wanted to pay for our own flight and hotel, they could apply on behalf of us to be one of like the invited guests to VidCon. So I wouldn't just go as a person, as like a person who bought a ticket. I would go in as an actual creator, and I would be recognized as a creator. I'd get like a backstage pass type stuff, and I could then apply for having my own meet and greet session and all that kind of stuff. I didn't do it because I don't have the money to go and fly out there to do VidCon and all that. But it's like those connections. It was nice to have the ability to do stuff like that, but you know, I'm not really in a place to do that kind of stuff right now anyway, so I'm not really sad about it. I just think it's really funny that they did the "it's not you, it's me." Like, you didn't do anything wrong. Oh, step bro, thank you for the rose. I appreciate that. Thank you for the roses. I really appreciate it. But yeah, it was like, it's just funny that it was like, it's not you, it's me. Like, don't worry, like, we've watched you grow and it's amazing, but we want to give somebody else an opportunity. But then that they ended off with but also don't ever email us again. Like, it was just so this is why I don't do business. I really hate business speak. I hate professional speak. You know, like, there's a level of professionalism I expect, but like that like really thinly veiled attempt at being professional, to me, just feels like a slap in the face. Like, if you don't want to work with me because my channel's dead, that's fine. But like, don't give me the like, we want to give other people opportunities, but also don't email us again. Like, just it just, I don't know. I just thought it was funny. I don't really care though. Like, it wasn't helping me, and I'm not very consistent right now on TikTok. You know, I haven't been doing too much as far as like regular videos on a regular basis. I'm in complete burnout, so I haven't had any energy. I'm hoping now that my dad's funeral is done and kind of everything is said and done, I'm hoping that I'll be able to kind of get my energy back and start going again. But yeah, overall it's fine. I just thought it was really funny. Trilana, hello, nice to see you. Welcome. How are you? Merle, hello, welcome. Oh, who is stronger, Goku or One Punch Man? Oh, am I rich? I wish I was rich. I'm poor. I'm super poor, but that's okay. I'm even more poor because people stole money from my bank account, but that's all right. The bank's gonna give it back to me, hopefully. So I'm only temporarily super poor, but normally I'm like regular poor. Who do I think is stronger? I don't know. I'm gonna have to go with Goku, only because every time he almost dies, he gets stronger. And because I've watched all of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, and I've only ever watched like 5 episodes of One Punch Man. So I'm gonna say Goku, but I don't know how accurate that is. I have no idea. Trilana, I'm doing okay. I'm tired, like really tired, like exhausted. Goku's, yeah, exactly. That's how I look at it too, Tyler. That's how I look at it too. But yeah, I'm tired, but outside of that, I'm really good. I had some breakfast. I had some toast with peanut butter and banana, which was yummy. I had a nice big cup of coffee. And yeah, I did my hair, but it was like, it was doing something weird over here where it was like puffing up like right behind the little swoop I have. It was like puffing up in the back. So I was like, nope, I'm gonna wear a hat. I haven't worn a hat in a while. And I just like threw it on and I kind of like how it looks right now. So I'm glad I threw on a hat. Lately, like 4 a.m. Yeah, that's like, normally I'm getting home from work between like 3 and 4 a.m. Last night I got home around 3:30, I think. I got home at around 3:30. It was supposed to be a really early night, but I got distracted. I dragged my feet and I got home at like 3:30. But then I didn't get to bed till like 6. So I'm just dead. I woke up at 10. Well, I woke up at 9 and then I like rolled over and kind of like dozed in and out until 10. And then at 10, I just kind of sat there hoping that I would wake up because I was afraid to fall back asleep. Because if I fell back asleep, like properly asleep, I probably would sleep till like 2 in the afternoon and Alana needs to sleep. So I was like, I need to get up. But no, I can't do this for much longer. I need to like sleep more than 5 hours on a good night. I need to have like good night's sleep. Just another month and a half. I can barely do past 11. Mind you, I work night shift, right? So that's the only reason. Before that, yeah, like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, I was ready for bed. But because I work night shift, I have no choice but to be up all night. But the problem is that I'm up early every day, so I don't sleep. Like my average sleep is like 5 hours. On a good night, it's 6 hours. But like I bounce anywhere from like 3 to 5 hours almost every night. So I'm completely drained. And the thing is, like, I get up and then I'm up for the rest of the day. Like when I woke up today, that's it. I'm not going back to bed until like 4 in the morning again. Tonight's going to be closer to 6 in the morning. So I'm going to be up for like 20 hours without any break. So it's exhausting. It's absolutely, utterly exhausting. But that's what I can do. You're going to be so tired. You're going to be so tired. That's okay. You deal with it. You will get through. Okay, let's get started. Let's do some Minecraft. Oh yeah, I gotta OBS it. Oh man. I have like 0 concentration right now. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Okay, oops. Not voice meter. Minecraft. Boom. See it now? Can you see it? It's not on screen. Why is it not on screen? Hello, show me Minecraft. That's really weird it's doing that. Okay, full screen, I guess. There we go. Okay, I just had the wrong screen projected to you guys. Now it's on. There we go. Oh. Oh my god, Merle, be careful. You're gonna make yourself sick. Your mom wakes you up at 11 to drink mate. I've never had that stuff. I hear it's good though. I hear it's good. Yeah, I mean 1.5 months is gonna go by like in a blink of an eye. Absolutely, it's gonna go by quick. I'm trying, and that's the other thing is I'm trying not to rush it because it is only a month and a half. And like in all reality, like I'm never gonna see Alana again. And I'm rarely gonna see Nora again after this, so like I'm trying to like enjoy the last little bit before that happens. But I know it's gonna go by in like the blink of an eye. Like my dad died 2 months ago, almost, and it feels like yesterday, but it went by so fast. So like it's gonna go by pretty quick. So I'm trying not to rush it, so I can kind of cherish these moments, if that makes sense. But I'm just so tired that I want it to go by quick because I can't do this for much longer. I am absolutely exhausted. Absolutely. Riley, hello, nice to see you. Welcome. How you doing? How are things going? Okay, so I got 7 of them. So this is what we were working on. For those who haven't been here the last little while, update 1.2 on Minecraft was a fairly big update, and they implemented a whole bunch of changes. I gotta like twist my head a little bit, my body a little bit. They implemented a bunch of changes. If you want to upgrade your stuff, you need to have one of these upgrade tablets in order to do it. And it makes upgrading a little bit harder to do because you have to spend diamonds to do it, and you have to find one to begin with for each upgrade you want to do. So you can't just upgrade like you could in the old game. In the old game, you could literally just like upgrade as soon as you found enough ancient debris. Now you have to have this tablet, and to duplicate the tablet, you need 7 diamonds for each duplication. So it makes something that would have taken you, hey, you're still alive. Cool. For everything, for before, it would have taken like, I don't know, 5 minutes to get everything that you needed. Now it can take multiple hours to get everything you need. So I have been working on upgrading my stuff into netherite. So we're getting pretty close now. I still need more diamonds, but I'm going to look for some ancient debris. Oh, I got to make some beds. Maybe I shouldn't be here. Maybe I should try to get some beds. Let's get some beds. I'm going to try to get some ancient debris. No, my boat went away. Do I still have a spare boat? I do. Yeah, I'm going to get some ancient debris in order to do a few upgrades. And then we'll see about the other stuff in a bit. Hey, Nikki, welcome. How you doing? You're still having the internet issues? Oh, so frustrating. Excellent, as long as MVP. Oh, man. R, I already answered you. I said Goku. Okay, so what I'm doing right now, so you saw me last week when I was looking for diamonds. I was using TNT to blow up spaces to be able to look for diamonds. Well, in the nether, it's not easier because it actually takes a few more resources, but thank you, R, I appreciate that. And I saw somebody followed, I think, but I don't know. I think somebody followed, but I didn't see who it was. Whoa, 61 roses. Thank you, R. Thank you so much. Yeah, beds, Dontavis, exactly. If you use beds in the nether, it blows up, but the explosion's bigger than the TNT explosion, so it's a much more convenient way to hunt for ancient debris. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now, but I gotta not have my brain falling apart right now. I've got to concentrate and actually like do what I'm supposed to be doing, which I'm not doing at all right now. I'm gonna need a whole bunch of wool and a bunch of wood. I need people to give me some wood. Wood's really important. All right, Tyler, good luck. Train them on how to watch the stream and how efficient it makes you watching me stream. It's not a house of lies. This is a delusion. It's not real. You're not really looking at me. Oh my god. I'm so freaking tired. Okay, what am I trying to do right now? Oh, I need the shears. Do I have shears in here? Oh, I have some spider webs. I can make wool from spider webs. There's an option. Then I don't have to shear a bunch of sheep. I don't have enough sheep anyway. Where are my shears? My brain is 100% not working right now. That's flint and steel. Get out of here. That's a bucket. I've finished a lot of it. I finished the almond cookies. I finished most of the ginger cookies. I finished almost all the candy. I don't even know, like, if there's candy left, it's like a little bit from one bag, a little bit from another bag, because I've just like been nibbling at everything. So good. So good. How's it going, Rigo? I don't know if you're still watching, but we need to like, now that everything is over, we need to start planning to start streaming together again. Okay, I don't have shears, I guess. Hey, look, these are my spares. I guess I don't have shears. I thought I did. And my brain is working so slowly, it's taking me forever to look at my inventory to see what I have. I'm sorry, everybody. My brain is just mush right now. Okay, I guess we'll just use wool. because it looks like there's not much else that I can do. I don't really need the redstone right now. We'll see. John, hello, nice to see you. Yeah, we need to continue Dead Island 2, or go back to doing like the 1 stat challenges and stuff. We need to get back to it soon. Yours truly, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. I usually make an inhumane mass sheep farm that's 2 blocks across. Where they end up just looking like mush instead of sheep because they're just all on top of each other. Okay. That actually made quite a few blocks of wool. I didn't expect that many. Still don't think it's going to be enough, but it's going to get us pretty close anyway. So string you get from spiders. I'm explaining the real basics because a few people that are watching don't play Minecraft at all. String you get from killing spiders, and if you take... I don't remember how many strings it is. 4 strings, you can make 1 block of wool. And I have a mob farm, which is basically just a spot where the mobs will spawn over and over and over again, which is up there. You can see the little pole. It goes all the way up. Way up there. That thing up there. And then a bunch of... Oh. Phantoms. Phantoms. Not phantoms. It goes all the way up there, and mobs randomly spawn, and I would use that to get experience. Well, spiders end up dropping a bunch of wool while I'm there, so I collected a bunch of wool, or a bunch of string, which now is going to come in handy for this farm. Okay, do I have diamond boots anywhere? I don't think I do. And I don't think I have enough diamonds for boots, so... I think I've got 3 diamonds, and I need 6. I think I need 6. I don't know. We'll see. Christian, hello. How you doing? Welcome. Okay, so we're good. I think that should be enough wool for now. I'm gonna need more wood, but I think I have wood in my other base. I think. If not, I can get wood at that other base pretty easily. So let's head over there to my other base. Find some wood, make a bunch of beds, and then we will start ancient debris hunting. Oh, yeah, I'll have to see what I have left. Yeah, I'll if I have anything that's not opened and gone stale, I'll definitely take some for him to give a shot, a try for sure. Minecraft prison? I don't know what you mean. Sorry, yours truly. I'm like half asleep. So what you're saying probably makes a lot of sense, but my brain is just not putting it together right now. If I've been on the game 24/7? No. No. Oh, crap. I don't have any other boats, do I? Damn it, I gotta take my one. Oh no, it's right here. Haha, my boat. I'm just realizing I don't think I have a diamond pickaxe. Hopefully it's at this base. We'll find out. Oh my god, my brain is so mush right now. It's so mush. Okay. I'm so tired. I'm not even, like, you know how tired I am because I'm not even talking. Not even talking. Yours truly, you mean like it's like a server where you play a specific game within Minecraft? Is that what you're saying? Okay, I'm finally here. Beep, beep. I wish I had the patience. So for those who don't know, the reason I'm moving the way that I am, there's a weird quirk. It's not even a glitch, just a weird quirk on Minecraft. That the boat, when you're on a boat in the water, it travels roughly at the speed that you walk in. So it makes it easier to travel long distances on the river instead of having to like walk through land and go up and down hills and stuff. But there's this weird quirk that when it's frozen, the boat moves faster. But there are 3 types of ice. There's ice, then there's packed ice, and then there's blue ice. So ice doesn't work in the nether because it melts. And it moves at a faster speed than walking. Then packed ice moves even faster than regular ice, and this one doesn't melt in the nether. So that's what I built here. And then blue ice moves even faster than packed ice. But blue ice is very rare to find wild in comparison to the other 2 types of ice. And to make packed ice, I think it's 3 or 4 blue ice, something like that, or 3 or 4 packed ice to get a blue ice. So it's very expensive resource wise. So I'd have to collect like thousands upon thousands of pieces of ice to make blue ice for this map. So I've just used regular packed ice. I wish I was using blue ice though, because that train would probably be, or that little track I've made would probably be a lot faster. Why did I think it was water? Yeah, it looks like it, right? It's just that because of the nether, so basically the nether's supposed to like represent hell, right? So it's supposed to be, you're supposed to imagine that it's super, super hot. So you can't bring water into the nether, and you can bring regular ice, but then it eventually melts. But because it's the nether, it melts and then no water comes from it. It just evaporates immediately. So you can use packed ice, which is supposed to be like ice that is permanent. So that's what people do in Minecraft, and actually in the Java edition, which is like the proper PC edition, there's ways to actually break through the roof of the nether, and then you have just like a big open space, so it's easier to travel there. I can't do that in Bedrock, at least I haven't found a way to do it in Bedrock. So you end up actually having to like dig through all of that stone to make the tracks that you want to make. And the downside is it takes a long time. I think that track that I just traveled the last like 2 minutes in, it took me something like 7 or 8 hours to like first figure out where I was going and then dig it out properly and then find a safe way to travel up and down from that track. Like it was a lot of work. It was a lot of friggin' work, especially because where I teleported from didn't line up to where I wanted to go. So I had to like figure out specifically where to move, like how much to go north and how much to go east and all that kind of stuff to get it to go, and then collect all the ice and then put all the ice down and like, and when you're walking, like I had to make like a 3x3 space to even do anything. I think it was a 4x3 space to even do anything. So it was like a ridiculous amount of work. Oh, there's the shears. Okay. Now, 2 things I want to look for. Do I have an axe, which I don't think I have a diamond axe. Do I have diamonds at all here? I don't think I do that either. Got lots of wood though, so that's perfect for that. Got pickaxes and I've got everything else diamond, but no I've got a few diamonds. I can make my boots. Okay, so we got some progress. Let's get some wood and make our beds so we can go and look for some ancient debris. Oh, it's only 4. Perfect. So I'm still gonna have 2 diamonds left over. Cool. And then we're gonna make a bunch of wood. And my inventory's full. I gotta empty it. Hello, Wesley. How's it going? Welcome. That's what happens when I clean it. Oh, my desk is a mess. Not only is my desk dirty, because I've spilt a bunch of stuff on it, and I'm not tempted to clean it because I'm going to be taking the stuff apart in like a month and a half. So it's just like, it's that point of like, there's such a big mess here, but like to clean it, I have to take a bunch of stuff apart. And then that means I have to put it back together so I can still use it. But then in a month and a half, I'm going to have to take it all apart anyway. So I'm just like, no, I'll live with the mess. But what makes it worse is I've got my monitors on like a single stand and it clamps onto my desk. I've also got this light on a clamp on the desk, and I've got the camera on a clamp on the desk, and this microphone on a clamp on the desk, and all the clamps have like a foam rubber protector so it doesn't wreck your desk. But because I've been streaming for so long, that foam rubber eventually deteriorates and then it just turns into like a sticky goop. So my desk has like black tar stains all over it, everywhere, on top of like it being dirty. My desk is gross. My desk is really gross right now. But I can't bring myself to clean it because I'm gonna have to do it all in a month and a half anyway, and I really don't want to have to do it twice. Okay, so let's make some space. I guess I won't need this. For now, I'll put these away because I've still got 10 steaks. I should probably try feeding those cows out there because I need cows for the farm so I can actually have some more meat. I don't need the bamboo. I'll keep the shovel because I still could use it. I don't need this for now. I won't need this for now. This or this. Oh, actually, no, I'm gonna need torches. I'm gonna need lots and lots and lots of torches. I don't need the name tag. Put my boots on that are not even enchanted. And you only have one clamp? Yeah, I've got so many of them. I've got a lot of stuff on my desk. Like I downsized my desk. It's a pretty small desk now compared to the one that I started with. So everything's really crammed. And but I like compact more than like huge. So I like having the smaller desk, but that just means that I have a lot of stuff on my desk, which makes things really messy really quickly. It's gross. Yeah, Dontavis. I think Minecraft, what I like about it is just that it's super, super chill. Like it's not a very intense game. So I can kind of like just turn my brain off, which is really nice. But I feel you with the whole preferring Ark. I've played Ark. I played it quite a bit for a while, and it was really fun. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not very good at. Well, when I was playing it, I wasn't very good at survival games because I hadn't really done many of them. And so, oh, by the way, look at the ray tracing. Look how the light. Look at that. Can you see those light beams? And then like you can see the light beams. I freaking love ray tracing. Sorry. I wasn't very good at survival games. I had only just started playing survival games really. And so I played Ark, but I got my butt kicked like really badly in Ark. And so I didn't have as much fun with Ark as I think I would now. But I really, really enjoy survival games. I've been having a lot of fun with 7 Days to Die, which is what I was playing yesterday, which is closer to Ark in like the difficulty and in how technical it is. Minecraft is a little bit less technical. It's very powerful, but it's a little less technical. So I've been playing a lot of 7 Days to Die, which is so much fun. I probably should check out Ark again though. I haven't played that in so long. No worries, Merle. My brain is half dead today, so you're not missing out on anything too exciting. So don't worry at all. But yeah, my original desk actually, was from IKEA. It was one of those like the really typical IKEA countertop desks with the Alex drawers or whatever they're called. I still use the Alex drawers. That's actually what my PCs are on. They're on my Alex drawers. And okay. So I'm hoping that that's gonna be good enough for now. But the IKEA tabletop thing that I was using, like the... Oh, these are all done. I don't think I have my hoe here, so let's just like do this. I got rid of it because when we moved here to this place, the room that I was using originally at the old place for my streams and stuff, it was a lot bigger than the room I ended up with here. And so it was easier to, crap, I'm destroying my own farm. It was easier to fit that desk in over there. And then once we moved here, it wasn't so easy to fit in. And I was streaming for quite a while, so I wanted a desk that I could stand up with because I sat for work all day long. I sat for the stream all day long, and I sat driving to and from work all day long. So I was doing a lot of sitting. So I was really worried about like blood clots and stuff. So I got this desk, which is a standing desk. It was also way smaller, so it would give me more space in the room. The other desk still wouldn't even fit in this room. Like this is a living room, but the the way that it's shaped is really weird, so it doesn't allow me to have anything too big in here. So I got rid of that other desk, and I've been using this one. I don't really stand with this desk just because in this room, the way that things are set up, everything is like at its maximum as far as cables go. So if I try to stand the desk up, I'll probably like pull things off the wall. So I don't use the standing feature right now, but I will be using it again. But yeah, I liked the IKEA desk. It was just, it didn't fit in the room that I'm in, or the other room that I was in. So it didn't make sense to use it anymore. And I'm probably gonna end up regretting that decision in the near future when I move things around, because then I can kind of spread my legs and have more space. But Alana has a desk that she uses when she plays like board games and stuff with Nora. I'm going to be using that desk for my setup, so that's going to kind of make up for having a smaller desk. It'll be 2 small desks instead of 1 big one. And I'm probably going to set up the second desk to have like my Mac and all that stuff, so I can video edit at a desk. Here right now, I'll video edit here, but I have to like push everything out of the way, and it just becomes a huge hassle. So having that secondary desk to be able to edit videos on it's going to be really nice. Okay, so we've fed the cows. We've got a bunch of stuff, so let's go do our mining. I'm going to go to sleep and then do our mining. Hello, Lucas, how you doing? Welcome. How are you? But only PvE, not PvP, because it's so toxic and too yeah, that's one of the things that always kept me away from Ark to like learn from anybody is the PvE or PvP is way too competitive, toxic, and if you haven't been there from the start, starting from scratch in an already set up community is not... It's not the best experience for people, and because I wasn't a huge survival player, I knew I wasn't going to have fun. But I used to play offline. I thought it was fun. It was, the reason I quit and didn't go too far with it, I played for a few hours. I think it was like 4 or 5 hours worth. I was still learning the mechanics of it all, and you know, when I was playing it, it was before the official release, so it was still in beta or whatever. And it was still kind of broken. And what had happened to me is I had built a base with a bedroll or whatever, and a dinosaur killed me, and then a dinosaur spawned right outside of my base, and then they glitched into my base. So every time I spawned in, they would kill me because they were in my base. And so it became very not fun for me because I couldn't do anything without dying instantly or have to restart. And so I got frustrated and quit. Now I'm more into survival games. I think I would have dealt with it a bit better. I should probably check out Ark again. Probably should. IKEA's not in Argentina. Oh, it's IKEA has a lot of really accessible stuff. It's not always the best quality stuff. Like my desk that I had from IKEA, it felt fine. It was holding everything fine, but with the amount of stuff I have now, I had noticed it was kind of like bending in the middle, not super noticeable, but just enough. And then when I was working on it, so we bought Nora a bed years ago, and when we took that bed apart, it came with like a little desk built into the bed, and the desk had these plastic things that you could like put your cables through your desk. And so I took those plastic things and I drilled into my table, and then I realized it wasn't solid and it's like 90% cardboard. And so that made me really, really uncomfortable. So like IKEA does things at a really good price, but yeah, it's not always the most reliable stuff. Sometimes it's worth paying the extra money. Like this desk alone cost me more than the IKEA table with legs and Alex drawers did. And this one is like solid wood and solid steel. So it's heavy. It's super, super heavy, but I have zero concerns about it breaking because it's just such a solid desk. Okay, so I guess we're gonna start. I hope the volume is okay. I hope the game isn't too loud for you. If it's too loud, let me know. Like if it's hard to hear me. Oh, itchy nose. Just about your yeah, that's how mine is. I have my PCs, both of them, on the Alex drawers now. The one PC is like right at the very edge. Like if I move it an inch, it'll fall off the Alex drawers, because they take up a lot of space. But yeah, it's great having all those drawers to excuse me, to put stuff in and have my PC on top of that, and it comes in handy. It really comes in handy. All right, Weevan, no problem. Okay, so let's, thank you. Let's start. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to go more in because, whoa, because of my TNT work, I think I made the room a bit too small. So let's go a little bit further. Ah, stupid gravel. I hate gravel. Did I bring it? Oh, I did bring it. Okay. It's not a great shovel, but it'll do what we need. So for those just joining who have no clue what I'm doing, I did not sleep last night, so I'm trying to do something that is completely stress-free, that I don't have to really think as a gamer. So all I'm doing is I'm just searching for ancient debris. So I'm just setting up the room where I'm going to start to dig that way. Actually, that might be a good distance. I'm just setting up a space, and I'm going to start digging, and we're going to do a bunch of beds. Did I not bring it? I didn't bring it, but I think there's one up here. I forgot to make the beds. I made the friggin' materials. I didn't actually make the bed. Oh, actually, I can just make it down here. I have wood. I have wood. Okay, so yeah, I have a lot of wood. Okay, first of all, let's make one of these. Because we've been playing so much 7 Days to Die, I keep pushing the button for inventory from that game, and all it does is switch my weapons in this game. It doesn't do anything. Okay, and then do a bunch of wood planks. I don't know how many I need, but you can always use as many wood planks as possible. I'm gonna make a couple of these just to be able to store stuff so I don't run out of inventory. But that top one won't be able to open. That's okay. Get out of here, get out of here, get out of here, and out of here. For now, I'll put these away too, because I don't think I'll be needing them anytime soon. And 70 beds. That should be pretty good for now. Okay, that gives me quite a few beds, actually. That might be more than enough for now. So, okay, that should be pretty good. So let's get rid of some of this stuff. I definitely want to keep the torches because it gets dark and scary in here. Okay, that should be good. I think we're good. Alright, so first let's light this room up because we don't want stuff to show up. I don't think they spawn. I don't know, maybe they will. I don't know. Okay. Ray tracing does make the torches a lot less effective though. Okay, let's start digging. Now, I don't remember the exact measurements that you would dig for the beds, but we're gonna just kind of guesstimate, and hopefully it'll be somewhat right. Ancient debris without even looking. That's awesome. Don't mind the mess. Where's my phone? It's easier on my phone because my tablet doesn't have Instagram or anything. Instagram. Okay. And is that like you and the hubby side by side there? That's cool. I like that setup though. I like that setup. So what I'm gonna do is where you've got the drawer, because this desk isn't made for the drawers, the drawer doesn't actually fit under the desk, it goes side by side. So what I'm planning to do is to actually have like the desk, the drawer, and then have my other desk this way. So I'm gonna make like an L shape. So that way I can like have my stream set up, and then if I want to edit, I can just turn and I can start editing and have like my spare portable monitor and my laptop just kind of always there, so that way I don't have to like be doing a bunch of moving like I used to. It's gonna be really nice. And you have a server under your desk. Nice. That's a cool setup. That's a cool setup. Okay, so for those who don't play Minecraft, this is exactly what I'm looking for. This is called Ancient Debris. And if I recall correctly, you need 3 pieces of this plus some gold to make the netherite. And that netherite is what you're going to use to upgrade your armor and stuff. But I messed up because I don't have enough inventory to pick it up. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Come on. 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 Let's do it right here. So I think it's every 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think. Then 1 more. I think that's how it works. And then I can put a bed down. And I can run over here and grab that ancient debris. So the beds are not, they don't work in this part of the game. So you use the beds basically as you sleep, so it could turn night into day or whatever. But the beds are also what you use because they implemented a character or they call them mobs, but like a monster that you could fight. That's called a phantom. Sorry, I struggle a lot with that one because Nora always called it a phantom, so I always automatically say phantom. A phantom, and the phantoms show up on the 3rd night you don't sleep. And the more nights you go without sleep, the more phantoms show up in the sky and they attack you. And so it can get pretty dangerous with them, so that's what sleeping is for, is to reset that timer so you don't get attacked by phantoms, turn night into day, basically. And it's a save point so you can respawn where the bed is. When they implemented the nether, he wanted it to kind of be a prank, I guess, by if you try to use the bed in the nether, I'll just show you. I'll just show you. Hold on. I have nothing else to... Oh, for now, I'll just do this. Just make another piece of... Okay, and now... Get rid of this. There we go. Okay, I'll just show you. Watch, 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 watch. So I bring a whole bunch of beds with me because of this. Where's my bed? Where's my bed? Give me the bed. So I could dig like I've been doing, like a straight line, and just dig a bunch of holes to try to find ancient debris, but I can do this too. So there's the bed. Oh, I want to go to sleep. And that happens. And it's way, way bigger of an explosion than using TNT is. So I just blew up this whole big room with a bed versus TNT, which the TNT rooms were these ones. These are the ones that I did before where I was using TNT. And like, it's big, but it's slightly bigger with the bed, and it's just faster with the bed. Instead of having to put down each TNT and then having to light each TNT, this makes it a lot more convenient. It's a lot more fun too. But yeah, it was supposed to be a prank that if you tried to save while you were in the nether, it blows you up. And the bed explosion actually kills you. But because I put that one black block in front of me, and I was as far as I could be from the bed, it ends up not killing me. It causes a bit of damage, but it ends up not killing me. So it comes in handy. It makes digging for ancient debris way faster. And ancient debris, like you guys were, I think you were here the last time when I was digging for diamonds. We streamed for almost 3 hours and I got 21 diamonds. Ancient debris spawns at a far slower rate than diamonds do. And so in the 3 hours that it took me to find 21 diamonds, I might find like 10 ancient debris if I'm lucky, and I need 3 ancient debris to make 1 netherite. So like it piles up. It becomes very, very, very time consuming. So using the beds makes it way easier because then I can start digging huge sections without having to actually do the work of digging the huge section. Nice, Trilana, nice. That's basically what I'm gonna do with my Mac, is I'm gonna set it up like a PC. Let's do some blow-ups. Oh, did I go too close still? I think I'm still too close. Damn. Oh well, I guess we'll just work on one side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, I want to say. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Give me light. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now, I'm not the smart person that came up with this number of 9. This was another creator when I was learning how to do this. And he did like a bunch of tests to see where the beds blew up and how quickly they blew up. And he used 9 blocks as like the best way to blow up as much area as possible without overlapping too much. Because it's all about efficiency. And boy, efficiency comes a long way with Minecraft when you're doing things for hours on end. Okay, for now I'm not going to need the axe, but I am going to need the black stone, so there's that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I already did that one, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bed. Hold on. Who was that? Who was that? Tanner, thank you so much for the sub. I think the sub, is that a sub or a follow? I don't know, but thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's a sub. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Welcome to the retro squad, my little corner of the internet where we all hang out and I jabber on like an idiot. I appreciate it though. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, as long as it's still working, right? That's all that matters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When I first started streaming, my computer was about 4 years old. Not only... Oh, this one's going to be a bad explosion. Oh well. Not only was it pretty old, but it hadn't been turned on in months. Like, I had not worked on my computer in forever. I actually started streaming on a laptop. And then I moved over to using a big PC once I started to do a bit of a setup, but it was an old crappy PC. I eventually had to do upgrades to get it to be half decent. And now I've got a good PC, but at the time it was pretty old. But it worked. That's all that mattered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the exciting part of Minecraft. I don't know who that was. Thank you for following. Welcome to the Gulag. I appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Okay. Another bed. Oh, that's too close. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know, Minecraft, it has, the Bedrock Edition has like authentic VR support. It's not a mod from anybody. It's just built into the game. It's really fun to play Minecraft in VR. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's cool to see these blocky things to scale when you build a place, and it feels big in Minecraft, but then you play it in VR and you realize how absolutely big it is. It's really cool to experience. We'll do one more because that's all the black blocks I have, and we'll see what I do. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, here we go. And blow up. And blow up. And blow up. Look at that. I'm still taking damage, but it's not severe. Yeah, that explosion sucked. Okay. Let's eat real quick, and then we'll see if we got any results. 13 years old. Jeez. 13 is ancient when it comes to PCs. That's awesome that it still works. Okay, let's see what happened. Let's see what I got. Any luck? This is what I like about this. Even though it's really time consuming, slow, and kind of boring, it's kind of like the lottery, or like I I don't know if they have them all over the world, but at least in Canada, they had the little surprise bags. It was like a little paper bag, and inside there would be like a mix of candies and toys, and you'd always get excited to open it to see what you got. Nothing. It's kind of like that. Whoa! Fell in the fire. You don't want to do that. That is not something you want to do as a creator. Okay. So nothing here, but I see a lot of lava, so maybe we could do something. Whoops. Yeah, maybe we could do something with the lava. We'll see. Sometimes there's stuff behind the lava. Dang it. Nothing. I got totally ripped off. It is headache. It is Minecraft day. Every day is Minecraft day. Nothing. Darn. That's okay. Next. Come on, ancient debris. Gotta be somewhere. Sometimes it's a little, like you have a moment of like, oh, I found some, but it's like, it's the reflections make the blocks look a little bit different, so you mistake it. And the reason I turn off the fire is just sometimes there might be like ancient debris right behind the fire that you don't see. And so you just want to make sure there is none anywhere, but I'm not having any luck right now. We got a couple of pieces, but we need so many of them. It's going to be a while. In the first room? Let's see. It might have been bedrock. Nothing in here. What is that? Oh, it's just black rock. But see how like the reflections right there, how it makes it look slightly different? That's what catches your eye. It's kind of frustrating with ray tracing because that happens a lot. And nothing in here. I don't think there was any. All the little changes like the bedrock or the black rock or the reflections, all of that can mess with how it looks. Down on the right side? No, I think it was just a reflection. Like the way that the lighting changes the block. I think that's all it was. Or that could have been that. No ancient debris. Ouch. No ancient debris. I think the next room is the one that sucked because it was the one that had the gravel in it. Yeah, it didn't do a big explosion. Anything? I don't see it. Black rock. Lots of gold and stuff. See, and this is why I play Minecraft as kind of my unwinding game, because it's mindless. You know, there's not a lot of concentration that's needed to do this part of it, but it eats up hours and hours of time without you meaning to, because you just keep doing the same actions over and over and over again. And next thing you know, it's been 8 hours and you've just been digging holes the whole time. So it's really nice to be able to kind of turn your brain off and just deal with that. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't have enough black rock. I have to dig for more black rock. Stupid gravel. I don't want to blow this area up. I think I'm going to skip this because this is all gravel. It's not going to blow up anywhere. So let's skip that for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Seven days today when it was easier. And we made a whole tunnel system. That's what happens here. When you... How can I explain this? So diamonds are a big part of Minecraft. Like, you spend a lot of time... There's still way too much gravel. You spend a lot of time digging for diamonds and iron. Those are the two big things. But there are ways to kind of... You hate mining for debris? Oh, me too, headache. I don't mind it, but still. I have a very calming voice. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, sorry. I'm like super tired, so I'm like stretching and stuff. I don't like digging for ancient debris or diamonds or anything, but it's a really nice way to kind of just shut your brain off, which is what's happening today. I'm way too tired to concentrate on a game and make sure my stats are all okay. So I want to do this just because I have nothing else to do. As far as using my brain is concerned, I'm way too tired to have to do too much. But yeah, it can drag on. But as far as what you were saying, that's exactly what happens here. Diamonds and iron are a really big part of the game. And so there are two ways that you can get all this kind of armor. You can dig for diamonds and then build them yourself. And they're both time consuming. Or you can do a villager farm, which is what I did. So the villager farm, if you put down certain items, like you can build like what they call a lectern, which is basically like a little table that they would talk at and using books. And then when a villager is near that, they turn into a librarian, and they can sell you things that are involving books. And so one of the things they can sell you is like enchantment books, so you can upgrade your stuff. But you can also build one that does armor. And so they will randomly just be a type of armor, and you can just keep resetting them to see what they'll sell you. And each time they reset, they'll have a new set of things that they'll sell or prices or whatever. So the way that you can reset them is by either breaking the block and putting it back down so then they reconnect to the job, or an easier way, which it seems like not a lot of people do in like online Minecraft video channels. You can use what's called a sticky piston. It's a piston that you can like push a button and it pops open and then closes. And with the sticky piston, it'll actually like push up the block and bring it back down, and that resets the block. And so like I spent many hours just like resetting the block and seeing what they had, resetting the block and seeing what they had. So now I have these villagers that sell armor, except for the boots. I never got boots. I got the pants, shirt, and hat, helmet, chest plate, and leggings. In diamonds. The reason I did it that way is because now if I die, I don't have to go through all the trouble of finding a bunch of diamonds. I can just buy them from this villager, or these two villagers. But it's a hell of a lot slower to get them to sell you what you want versus just finding the diamonds, because you have to level them up to sell this stuff. But my last file, I didn't do the villager way. I just dug for diamonds, and I ended up with the most like long-lasting tunnels for diamonds, to the point where the game, I was mentioning this last week, the game started to glitch because of how many tunnels I had, that if I broke a block, like if I show you here, when you break a block like that, it just disappears, right? You get that little animation of those little blocks and it disappears, and then the new block shows up. What was happening for me is I would break it, it would do the animation that it exploded, and the block would like reappear, the full block. Then it would do the explosion again, and then it would show up. So it would do like a double explosion, but it was kind of slow. It was like explosion, block, explosion. And it would slow down the whole digging process because I had made so many tunnels. My save file was something like 500 megabytes for this game. And when you start off, it's like a few kilobytes, the first save file. But because I had done so much mining, it was a huge save file. It even glitched out at one point where it did this weird thing where like just a big piece of my world was just missing. It was just like, it looked like somebody had taken a cookie cutter and just dug out a big chunk of the world. It was really weird. Thankfully I had a backup of it. But yeah, I spent so much time mining the first time around. I haven't done it in this world, but I did it in the other one quite a bit. Made a big tunnel, multiple people, tunnels from everyone's houses, big enough for a car. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I didn't even know you could mine in 7 days to die. I'm excited to get deeper into that game. Like I said, I wanted to play it. I'm way too tired to do that right now, and I'm gonna restart. I'm gonna do the whole slower running speed thing, and so I'm gonna be wanting to like be at my best, so I can at least not make the same mistakes that I made before. And the first thing I'm going to do in 7 days right away, instead of going out and looking for food the whole time, I think the first thing I'm going to do is collect a bunch of wood, stone and stuff, and instantly build that little fort by the trader, just so right away I am good to go, instead of what's been happening where I'm wandering around and completely lost and don't know what I'm doing. Because then, you know, the days go by and then I haven't done anything. And I don't want that to be the case again. I'd rather have it be half, you know, prepared for that way when I'm like day 5, I have a place to go. Then I can spend the last couple of days looking for food and all that kind of stuff, hopefully. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nora and I talk about it all the time with Minecraft, though, that we wish that they would add more stuff. I'm happy with the biggest update, this big update that they just did, but I wish that they would add other things. You know, like I wish that we could like put armor on our dogs and have our dogs actually be like, to be able to maybe command them to attack certain things, like have them actually be useful. The dogs attack in this game, but it's not super useful. They die really, really quickly. Or like have different animals that you could what am I trying to say? Like have different things happen with different animals, because some of the animals just kind of stand around, right? There are certain things Nora and I talk about all the time, the different things we wish we could do in this game. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whoops. Like I wish that you could put armor on dogs in this game. That would be so cool. Or like that they had things like snakes and they could bite you and you'd be poisoned. No? Here we go. Boom. And boom. And boom. And... Oops. That's not what I meant to do. Whatever, I was trying to see if I could block, but I forgot you put down stuff when you're sneaking. Okay. Let's see if we got any luck. Let's see if we got any luck. Nope, doesn't look like it. Nope, I guess not. Alright, next. Oh, ancient debris right there. Yeah, we got some. It's definitely a little less rewarding than like the lottery or even those surprise goodie bags that I was talking about, because one piece for all that work so far. One piece. So we got 3 out of we need like 21 pieces at least. No, I have 7 upgrades, so 7 times, yeah, 21 pieces. 21 pieces we're gonna need. We have 3. Ancient debris. Okay. I don't see anything. Hello, the dark. How you doing? Welcome. How are things? Yeah, one piece is better than none. And it's progress. I had a world, one of my seed, my original seed that I played, and I stuck with it. I refused to give it up because I had put so much work into it. I was learning it, right? So I put in a bunch of work. So I kept my original seed for a really long time, but that original seed was so bad. Like it took me hours to get enough diamonds to even just make my armor. And I'm not talking like 3 or 4 hours. I'm talking like 9 or 10 hours. Like there was just no diamond spawning in that seed, but I refused to walk away from it. And then I made a secondary seed and there was just diamonds everywhere. I thought that was ancient debris, but it was just bedrock. Nothing. I'm gonna sneeze again. Yeah, sometimes you get really, really bad seeds. Sometimes you get amazing seeds. The one seed didn't have very good diamonds. It wasn't bad, but it didn't have great diamonds. But what it did have was a lot of ancient debris. I was able to get my full set of ancient debris in like 3 hours. Move, 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 move. Nice, the dark. Nice. I hope that you and your girlfriend have a good day together today. Get out of here, gravel. Nobody likes you. Unless I need flint. Then I really like you if I need flint. Go, go, go. I also get really nervous digging like this in the nether because one of the dangers of the nether is it will randomly just spawn lava blocks, which is just like a piece of lava that'll just be in the blocks and then it'll like pour on you, and because we're moving so quick it'll hit us before we can actually react, and lava can kill you rather quickly. I do have pretty decent armor, so it's not like I would die right away, but I panic and then I die. And lava is one of the only ways that like your armor will instantly get destroyed when you die. And so my worry would be that I would die in the lava, my armor and stuff would pop out, and then it would go right into the lava and get destroyed, and then I lose everything. Which happens a lot in the nether. That's why I did the whole villager thing, because if I lost everything, I didn't want to have to look for diamonds over and over again. I wanted to just be able to get it every time. Welcome to the dark side. No worries, Nikki. No worries. Good, I'm glad you've had a good day. I'm doing good. I'm tired, but I'm doing good. So that's why like you're gonna see me kind of talking nonsense a lot, because I'm just exhausted today. Yeah, I got all my Nightbot commands back. I forgot to enable them, but they're back now. We're getting there. I'm slowly bringing stuff back. Next thing I have to do is like, I want to take a new headshot. I'm not a big fan of the one that I'm using right now. My hair looks kind of weird. So I want a new headshot. Maybe I'll do it with a hat still. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. And then I need to redo like all my offline stuff, at least for Twitch and for YouTube, so my logo's used properly, because some of it's not really relevant anymore. And, you know, my schedule set up properly so people can see when I'm actually live and all that. There it is. Giovanni's command is still there. Okay, oh wait, this is the thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oof. The black stone may not be a good thing. Oh well. We'll use it anyway. I'll actually keep the black stone down there, put some beds, get rid of that. Actually, I don't need the sword right now, or the torches at this point. How's my food? I don't need the food either. Okay, boom. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got an email from a company I guess because TikTok is Chinese, you get a lot of Chinese brands reaching out to you. And I'm nothing against that, obviously. There's been some cool stuff that I've gotten from Chinese companies. But it's really funny because a lot of them are like super obvious. They don't even take a second to look at your content. I'm convinced that they just look up a hashtag and whatever users pop up, they just look at their profile to email them. But they don't actually look at their content. Because I got an email yesterday or the day before, I can't remember anymore, offering me to do a paid promotion, which paid promotions are always nice, right? It's nice to get paid to do some work. And it was a human hair wig. So I was like, okay, I wouldn't mind doing a human hair wig from a different company. I mean, I like the company I'm with, and I'm going to be with them for a year, and that's the stuff I want to use. But it would be nice to see what other competitors are doing, just to see, you know, quality-wise or whatever. And plus, I'd like to see like what the price differences are and stuff. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'd look at that. But the name kind of made me feel like, I don't know. And it had a link in the email, and it's like, oh, tell us how much you would charge us for like a 5 to 10 minute video of the application and the styling of this wig, and let us know what you think. And then they sent me the wig they want to send me for me to wear. Now, I like Lord Hair a lot, but this company, they really made it tempting for me to abandon Lord Hair because they want me to apply and style this wig. It's blurry, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm here. And turn. Unblur. It's gonna be blurry no matter what I do, isn't it? Yeah. But it's a pink long-haired wig is what they want me to apply and make a video of. Clearly they didn't watch my channel to not even realize that, you know, I'm a guy who is bald, so I'm not interested in the kind of wig that you would put on top of your natural hair, because I wear like a semi-permanent one. So I wouldn't be interested in a long pink-haired wig. It was really, it suits you, who knows? It's true. That is true. It just makes me laugh that they reached out asking me to promote something that, like, it wouldn't be made for me. Like, I'm not trans, and I don't think I portray as a trans person on any of my content, in the sense of, like, not that trans people look a certain way. I mean, like, it's like I've never done videos where I'm, you know, dressed in feminine clothing or anything. Outside of like my sketch comedy. I couldn't see the name, George or something. George, thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate that. Welcome to the Retro Squad. Welcome to the family. Welcome to our little channel here. Right? It was just really weird. So I'm convinced that they literally just like typed in #wig and saw my name and just emailed me without looking at any of my content, without even realizing that, like, I'm a man who wouldn't be wearing a pink long-haired wig. You know, like, it wouldn't make sense for me to have that. So I literally emailed back saying, I think there's been a mistake. And I'm not going to accuse you of having not even looked at my channel despite saying you have looked at my channel. Because if you had, then you would know that I'm a bald man who already wears a semi-permanent wig. So a wig that goes on top of your natural hair would make zero sense for me. Not to mention it's long and pink. And that would not be the most natural looking hair on me. So I'm sorry that there was a mix-up. Good luck. Like, it was very much a tongue-in-cheek thing of saying, like, nah, you weren't just being a scam artist. No. Especially with an Alibaba link. You know, at least like a company like Lord Hair, they're the ones producing it. They're the ones selling it. They're the ones supporting it. This company is trying to get me to buy from Alibaba a pink wig. Like, it's ridiculous. It made me laugh so freaking hard. I should have been like $500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I should have made $500 wearing a pink wig. I mean, I have the pink wig for my mom character, so it could have worked. Damn, now I'm thinking about it. I should have done it. I could have had a pink wig for the mom character. Hello, Hyper. How you doing? Welcome. Welcome. There's only one way to know. Miguel would never wear it. Miguel would never wear a pink wig. Although he could buy a pink wig for people like we went to wear for fun nights. 1, 2, and then I would wear it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But yeah, Hyper, this is the ray tracing shader that's put on. Like the proper NVIDIA ray tracing. I know that Java Edition has ray tracing shaders, but my understanding is that at least the last time I checked, it's been quite a few months, but the last time I checked there, it wasn't really ray tracing. It was mimicking ray tracing somehow or something, but like proper NVIDIA supported ray tracing was only available on Bedrock the last time I looked. This is the proper NVIDIA ray tracing. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's quite nice. It beats up the computer pretty badly, but it's pretty cool. I like it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But yeah, I'll get companies that will reach out. I think the part that really bothers me, and maybe it's because, you know, neurodivergent and all that, but the part that really bothers me is how they give you the BS of like, again, back to the whole like the business talk. I hate it. The whole BS of like, we saw your channel and we really like the stuff you're producing and we want you to represent us because you're just a perfect fit. And then it'll be like, sell our laundry hamper. What part of a channel about gaming that's dedicated towards like 18 to 25 year olds makes you think they're going to want to purchase a laundry hamper? But most of my viewers still live at home. Their moms are the ones that are going to want the laundry hamper. Me selling it to them isn't going to help you in any way whatsoever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And only one has ever responded in a way that actually responded to... Uh-oh, there it is. There it is. That's the danger of the Nether. Only one has ever responded in a way that made me go, all right, you earned my respect with that one. It was recent, actually. They messaged me that they wanted me to sell their Crown product. And I was like, okay, as an 18-year-old, I need a new laundry hamper. I'm doing well, didn't get enough sleep. Oh, I know that feeling. I know that feeling 100%. Pink, nah. Black purple, though. Yeah, hell yeah, black purple. Anyways, they emailed me saying they wanted me to represent their Crown product. And I was like, okay, what's the Crown product? Like, what the heck is that? And I looked it up, and it was a thing that you put in your drain in your shower to catch hair. And, you know, same situation. Oh, we love your content. We think you would be a great representation for us and blah, blah, blah. The irony being that I am a bald man. You're asking a bald man to sell a hair catcher. That's like asking somebody with no legs to sell shoes. It doesn't make sense. And so like it was very obvious they were just mass emailing everybody. So I emailed back and I was like, hey, I don't know if you know this, but like my channel's about gaming, so hair products don't really match. But on top of that, my viewers still live at home. Their moms are worried about the drains, not them. And then I added the whole, and I'm a bald man. So like, I think it would end up with your company being made fun of that a bald man is selling products to catch hair that he doesn't have. And where he won my respect is he emailed back by saying, you're very humorous. I appreciate your response. I'll keep you in mind if anything else comes along that would fit your brand better. That earned all of my respect because he was willing to kind of chuckle at himself and at my sarcasm. I think what made it earn more of my respect is I recently watched a video about iDubbbz. If you guys don't know who iDubbbz was, if you're not a big YouTuber, YouTube watcher, iDubbbz was a guy who used to do videos based on like calling out bad content out there, scammy content and stuff. But before that, he used to do where he'd go to like Kickstarter and like show what people were trying to do on Kickstarter for their business plan, and he would make fun of how bad they were, or he would order products from like these no-name brand companies and do stuff, and then he would accept brand deals from random companies like these companies and then give like a really, really obviously satirical review where he would make fun of the product the whole time. And there was one guy, it was the reason I'm getting to that is there was one guy who got really famous in YouTube doing the same thing, selling all these products. Basically, the guy's business was that if you wanted something from Japan that didn't deliver to the States, they would buy it in Japan, get it delivered to their warehouse, and then from their warehouse, they would ship it to you. So you would pay the Japan price, the shipping, and then their personal shipping to get it to you, so you could get products that weren't shipped through Amazon or anything in your area. And iDubbbz read the email, and he iDubbbz went like full-blown racist and making fun of the guy and everything, because he was I can't remember the details. I want to say it was a Japanese company, so his English apparently wasn't that great. It turns out the guy was a scam artist and actually spoke perfect English, and he was just using that as like a way to be endearing to these people. But anyways, iDubbbz was like really rude to this guy, and this guy just kind of played along with it, and iDubbbz ended up really liking him, and a bunch of YouTubers ended up liking him. So the fact that the person that emailed me back chuckled at themselves kind of made me go, yeah, he's willing to laugh at himself. That earns my respect, versus like, you know, other companies that are very blatantly just mass emailing any creator they can find that gets some views on their channels, and then hoping for the best, you know? And I'm not saying everybody who reaches out is that way, because like my contact at Lord Hair, he's been amazing help. He's been super great. Like we've got hundreds of emails back and forth. He's always been super supportive. He's awesome. Almost everybody that I've worked with, any video that I've made, the people have always been really great. But you always get the weird ones that email you that I never respond to, or like I always respond, but I never actually make a deal with them, because it's just very clear that it's pretty scammy. Welcome back, Nikki. You been thinking about shaving your head bald again? I have a beard. It's not even a beard. It's like stubble. It's like stubble. Really long hair. Now it's super short. I also get confused for a guy everywhere. Well, and you're a Latino, right? There's a lot more emphasis on the guy versus girl and what you're expected to look like, dress like, and act like. I mean, obviously it's not... I'm not saying that you're like stuck in the 80s. I'm just saying it's the Latino culture. We still have a ways to go. So yeah, you probably get confused a lot more. Oh, me neither, Nikki. Me neither. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I always laugh and sometimes just look mad to scare people off. Yeah, I didn't mind having my head shaved. It was nice because it was easy, which I really liked. You know, I'd get up in the morning and that was it. Like if I couldn't get to the shower right away, all I did was wash my face, brush my teeth, and I looked exactly the same as if I had showered. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whereas like now that I have hair. And I'm not saying this as a complaint. This is one of the things I do like about having hair. That I can't just get up and go. I have to brush my hair, comb my hair, wet my hair. I have to do something because my hair is a mess in the mornings. So like I like that, but it's definitely a lot easier not having hair. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like there are mornings that I get up and I'm like, I don't want to have to do anything with my hair. But I know that it's going to take me half an hour in the shower to do my hair because there's a process I have to go through. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So having a shaved head definitely has its benefits. Damn it. I was trying to like put the bed down and broke an extra block. There we go. Okay, one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And bed. And Blackstone. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Guy Fieri. How you doing? Welcome. How you doing, Slat? How are things going? Your chat didn't move? I was actually having this conversation yesterday with a friend of mine. I've always been what would be considered a pretty boy. Depending on how you kind of understand the phrase, if it doesn't exist where you're from, but like at least here, a pretty boy doesn't talk about like how good looking somebody actually is. It's just a name for somebody who's like delicate about the way they dress and doing their hair and, you know, having different hairstyles and all that kind of stuff, like almost high maintenance. I've always kind of been that way. So doing my hair was a must for me. Like I could not get away with not doing my hair. Even like when I get up in the morning, I sleep with a cap on, like what's called a bonnet. I sleep with a bonnet to protect my hair. And when I get up in the morning, I take the bonnet off, and the first thing I do is like try to pat down my hair and make sure that it looks okay. So even though I still have bed head, it's not like totally everywhere. I'm definitely a pretty boy. So I like doing my hair. So I never ever miss doing my hair. The only thing I will say is, because this hair is not connected to my scalp, obviously I can't feel it, right? And so there are elements to it where it will stand up and I can't tell that it's standing up. I've gotten more sensitive. My scalp has gotten more sensitive, so I can feel it a little bit better now. But still, as soon as I get dressed, I will do everything to like stretch my shirt so it goes over my hair without like, you know, messing my hair up. And I feel like I don't touch my hair, and then I go look in the mirror and there's like one piece sticking straight up. So I definitely check in the mirror multiple times a day just to make sure my hair is not sticking up. But yeah, I can't go without doing my hair, or like without showering. That's another one that I've never... A lot of neurodivergent people, when they're kind of in burnout mode, they will skip showering. They'll skip like self-care. I've never been able to do that. Never been able to skip self-care. It's just not my, it's just that's one of my things that like I get super, super anxious about not self-caring. And so even if I'm having a really bad day, I have to, oh, there's another one. I have to shower. That was today. I'm absolutely drained right now. And as soon as I'm done, like I'm going to sit on that couch and have my feet up and then try not to sleep. But the shower, whether I was going to stream or not, the shower was going to happen. And I was going to have to shower no matter what. You tend to try to style when you get up? Yeah. My eye is itchy. I was petting Zelda before the stream started, and now I touched my eye. Now my eye's going to itch like crazy. So my eye's going to go all red and gross. It's going to look like I got pink eye or something. I'm warning you now. Oh, because the itch is really bad. So much lava. I'm so scared I'm going to fall in. There. And then... I don't think I can reach that, right? Get out of here. Stupid lava. Okay, I don't see any ancient debris though. Actually, there was the ancient debris that we just picked up there. Is there any hidden somewhere else? Sometimes they're like a couple of layers in. No, it doesn't look like it. Ouch. Itchy nose. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna be for the rest of the day. Hyper. I know I don't do energy drinks. I don't like I was doing them for a little while, but I have a heart condition. And energy drinks already aren't very good for your heart. With a heart condition, I'm just asking for trouble. And I really don't want to have a stroke. So I avoid them. I'm not saying by drinking energy drinks you'll have a stroke. I'm saying I have a heart condition, and so I am very prone to having strokes. And I would rather not make it any worse. So I avoid them. Plus, with my ADHD, energy drinks don't really do much. I was really, really relying on them when I first started working night shift because I was worried that, you know, without it, I would be way too tired to work. Oh my gosh, it's so itchy. But once I stopped taking them, it didn't actually do any difference. Like, I don't feel any more tired without it than I did with it. All I will say, Hyper, is just be prepared, because dying from a heart attack isn't like they show on TV. You know, on TV they always show the, oh, my heart, and then they die. And it's like, no, you usually have multiple strokes beforehand or multiple small heart attacks that are insanely painful, and then you're completely debilitated. So it's a long, painful road to have a heart attack. It's not very common to have just a sudden heart attack with no other medical issues and then you die. Okay. Nothing, man. I thought that was ancient debris, but it's just bedrock. Oh, we got 2 pieces. How long have I been streaming for? An hour and 40 minutes. So I think about an hour's worth we've actually been digging. Yeah, I'm used to working at night. 100%. I'm actually fine working at night. Like, even on my day off, I find that I'm like wide awake at 2 in the morning without any problems. Mind you, I wear a mask to sleep, and that instantly makes me want to go to sleep as soon as I put it on. So it's great, because no matter what time it is, I can go to sleep. But it's not that hard. I think the hardest part about working night shift more than anything is just like the social part of it. I think I saw ancient debris over there. It's the social part of it. Like, I don't see anybody all day long. All my friends are asleep when I'm at work, so I can't even like message my friends. You know, like some people can like message during their break and see how you're doing or tell you about something that's going on. I can't do that because, you know, it's 3 in the morning and all my friends are asleep. So like that part of working night shift kind of sucks, but outside of that, yeah, you can get used to a night shift really easily. I have friends that, like, when I tell them I work night shift, they're like, oh, I feel so bad for you. I'm like, why? It's not a big deal. Like, if anything, it's nice because the roads are empty, so I'm never in traffic when I'm driving to and from work. Nobody's at the store, so I don't... it wasn't ancient debris, it was one of these things. Nobody's at work with me, so I don't have to deal with, like, pretending to be super friendly to people. And, you know, it's... yeah, I don't see the sunlight, but that's not the end of the world for me. I'm fine with it. Is that all of them? Dang. And it's fine. And even work is sleeping during the day. For a lot of people, that's the problem, is trying to sleep during the day. And although it can be hard depending on where you live, I just black out my curtains and I don't feel it at all. It just kind of sucks on it, depending on how you look at it. Like, some people will look at working night shift and they'll see like, oh, I went into work, like today's Tuesday, right? I go into work on Tuesday, I come home on Wednesday, and Wednesday and Thursday are my day off. So some people will look at that as like, well, I didn't get Wednesday off because I worked Wednesday morning. But I look at it more like, but I got all of Wednesday night off and all of Thursday night and Friday morning off. So like, even though I worked on the Wednesday, I didn't start work until way later on the Friday. So it kind of balances out. So like, that's how I see it. Mind you, my job is also not hourly. Like, it's a contract job. So it's not I have to work for 8 hours, and if I don't work for 8 hours, I don't get paid 8 hours. Mine is more, you have these jobs to do, and it doesn't matter how long it takes as long as you finish them. And so daylight savings time, if you do that in your country, I know a lot of countries don't, that does suck when it comes to night shift, because you'll go into work at your regular time, and then sometimes they will change the shift. Like, it'll be during the daylight savings thing, and when you get to 1 o'clock in the morning, all of a sudden you're back to 12, and you're just like, damn it, like, that's an extra hour I have to work tonight. But then when it changes again, you're at work, and then all of a sudden it goes from 12 to 1, so you've lost an hour at work. So like, that part kind of works out. But yeah, I don't mind working night shift at all. I don't think it's that bad. And my body is now used to it. So like, I used to feel sick in the middle of the night if I had to eat. I used to feel really nauseated. Now I don't. Now I just feel like a regular schedule. Like, I get up at like 10:30, 11 o'clock. I have my breakfast. Then I eat dinner at around 6 o'clock. and then I usually eat again around 1 in the morning, and I'm fine. You love nights, yeah, and that's what it is for me. I now, because of the way my schedule works, Hyper, I don't think I could do night shifts. Yeah, it's not for everybody. It's definitely not for everybody. I'm completely used to it. I'm totally fine with it. I think right now what the problem that I'm running into is that I'm not having enough time to like solidly sleep. Because by the time I go to sleep and then I have to wake up extra early so I can take care of Nora for the rest of the day. And so by the time it's time for me to work, I am completely drained because I've been up since 10 in the morning. And so then that really, really eats away at you. And I'm older, right? Like if you're 18, 19 years old, that's not so bad. But when you're 37, yeah, you're starting to really feel it. And my job is really physical. So that part really sucks. But outside of that, I'm 100% used to it. Like it doesn't bother me at all. It definitely bothers some people. Some people really can't handle night shift. I actually hated it when I worked night shift at the hospital. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because the hospital had this really weird thing. Because people don't like night shift, because people complained about night shift, the hospital had this really weird rule with scheduling where they would do 3 weeks where you would be full night shift, and then you would do 2 weeks where you were day shift. And it really sucked because it would screw up your whole schedule. Because on the second week, you're now used to working day shift, and then you're going back to night shift. So the first week of night shift, you're suffering trying to get back into the night shift swing. And then you get 2 weeks where you're used to it, and then you go back into day shift. So it messes with you completely. I hated that. Whereas now, no, I'm full night shift. I don't have any broken schedule outside of my own personal broken schedule. But like that rule is really stupid, I think. Like allow us to just full out take night shift so we can get used to it. Only part that does suck is that everything happens during the day. So anything I want to do, if I want to do anything, I have to do it during the day, and that will mess up my whole day for me because everything is closed or closing at the time that I'm getting ready for my day. So I'd have to like get up extra early or go with no sleep. That's what happened with my dad's funeral, right? Like I worked all night. I got home at like 3:30, 4 in the morning, and I had to be up at like 9:30 to get ready for my dad's funeral. Now I slept in because I ended up staying up way later because I had a later day at work, and I slept in. But it's like I had to like work extra hard to be up and ready in time because I was night shift and everything works on day shift. So that is one part that like really sucks as a night shift worker is you have to make a lot of effort to be able to make it to things. It's like my doctor's appointments. They'll be like, oh yeah, we have an appointment at 10 o'clock in the morning, but I'm getting home at 6, 5. By the time I shower and everything, it's going to be like 7 and I have to be there at 10 and it's an hour away from here. So I have to leave at 9, which means I get 2 hours. So I might as well just be up all night. But then by the time I see him and come home now, it's like, you know, if it's at 10 o'clock, I'm going to be back at like almost 1 because it's usually an hour of sitting around waiting for him. Then you see him for half an hour, then an hour drive back. So now it's like 1 o'clock and then I have to leave for work at 9. So it's like I've got 8 hours from the time I get home to the time I leave for work. But by then I have to take care of Nora. So it's like those days really suck. Those days are really rough. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or like with the stream, same thing. Like last night I did not sleep well. I would have rather just stayed sleeping this morning. But if I did that, then I would only be able to sleep in the stream in the evening. But I go to work and I don't want to literally stop the stream and go to work because streaming's tiring. I want to have a break after I stream. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So night shift definitely has its downsides. But like I said, there's a lot of really positive stuff to working night shift. 2 or 3 shifts and it's mostly 1 early, 1 week day shift, 1 week night shift. Yeah, that happens a lot here too. It's just, it breaks up your schedule so much. I get it because they want to give everybody a fair chance, but at the same time, nobody gets used to their schedule because it's messing with you so much. That's what I hated about like nursing homes and stuff. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because it was the same thing. you would have your full-time night shift workers, but they had the same rules where like every few weeks they would have to do a day shift. And you would have your full-time day shift worker, but they would also have to do night shift and evening shift. And like you just never had a set schedule, and I hated that. Whereas this job, it's a set schedule. There are nights where things get thrown way out of whack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like a couple of days ago, I went into work and the refrigeration guy was there. And so like that kind of throws your day off because now there are other people in the store, and I have to work in a different way in order to accommodate them being there. Or a few weeks ago, 1, 2, 3, I was working and there was like 4 or 5 guys there. They were doing an overnight at the store because they needed to do a deep clean of their cold like veggie section, and they had to like take it all apart and clean it. And like they wanted me, I didn't do it, but they wanted me to stay and wait for them to finish and then clean up after they were gone. But I was already done for the night and they still weren't finished. And so it's like those days really mess you up, because if they're demanding for you to stay, I have no choice but to sit and twiddle my thumbs, or I have to like leave and come back when I should have already been done, and I don't get paid extra for it. Or a few nights ago, Alana was working and the power went out. And she hadn't done like the one section that needed to be finished no matter what happens. Hey, another one. And because she hadn't finished it, she was forced to go back a few hours later to actually do that part because the power was out, so she couldn't work in the pitch black. And because there's nobody awake, there's nobody she can contact to be like, hey, I don't know what to do. So it's like those parts can kind of be rough. But I'll take that any day versus having to deal with customers or having to deal with management breathing down your neck or any of that stuff. I can just put my headphones on, I can put like a movie on Netflix and just kind of work away. Or if I want to spend an hour sitting on my phone, you know, doing nothing, I can do that if I want. And there's nobody there to judge me for it. Nobody there, hey, another one. Nobody there to make fun of me for it or anything. That part is kind of nice. That part is kind of real nice. You get to goof off more now that we're friends, yeah. You just hate sitting. See, and once you get a bit older, it becomes a lot harder to not sit around. Which is kind of where I am right now, is I don't have the energy to go off and goof off with my friends. And I also have weird days off, so that doesn't help either. If I had my weekends off, then I could probably do more with my friends because it's the weekend. But I actually like working the weekends. Although it sucks because I can't do anything because everything happens on the weekends and I'm at work. What I like about the weekends is I get to start earlier because the places that I go to close earlier, so I'm able to get started earlier. Whereas if I work during the week only, they always close at the same time and it's later. So I have to go to work later, which means I get home later. So, yeah, I'm more lenient towards the weekends for work. Although once I get back into acting, I'm probably going to prefer having the weekends off so I can do my theater stuff a little bit easier. Just for me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, no offense, but what's the purpose of this game? And he ignores comments. Such ignorance. Nicholas Best. Nicholas Best. Little buddy. Little friend. Pal. Let's take a look at who is so quick to be so upset. So you post a bunch of stuff about cats. Oh, you're Canadian. You're giving us a bad name for being such a dick. Ignorance. That's not how you use ignorance. You could have used like such arrogance. That would have been a better word. So conceited would have been better. That's not what ignorance means. So here's a good example of ignorance. Hold on. Here's a good example of ignorance, Nicole Best. Here's a good example of ignorance. Your comment. That was ignorant. That's ignorant. Because you see, I'm playing a game, right? And the chat is over here. right? And so like I'm looking over here and I'm chatting with people and I look at the comments as I see them pop up, and sometimes they get missed. Not on purpose though. So that's not ignorance. What is ignorant is going to somebody's chat, asking a question, and when they don't respond immediately, despite there being 12 other people, 11 other people watching the chat, and then demanding they respond and then insulting the person because they didn't respond. That's ignorant. That's what ignorance is. Now, I'm sure you're probably gone by now, Nicole, because your probably feelings got hurt or whatever because you're a little delicate princess. But there are other people chatting. The world doesn't revolve around you. So maybe don't be ignorant. Simple as that. I hope you learned something. Because, like, you're giving Canadians a bad name. Sad. Embarrassing. Ignorance is bliss. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. Infinity Gamer, how you doing? How are things going? Specs, hello, welcome. I hope you're having yourself a good day. Okay. I think the irony of Nicole is their very first comment was, I mean no offense, but what is the point of this game? Which is a fine question because I totally didn't understand what the hell the point of Minecraft was. But the irony is the I mean no offense and then immediately follows it up by offending me. It's always, always, always the person who says no offense, but that instantly will offend you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, my shovel's almost broken. I don't want to do here though, because that is a lot of gravel. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No offense, but I like you. That is offensive. I'm super tired today, alright? It's like a whole look I'm going for. The exhausted gamer guy. It's like the new fashion trend in all of France. So by telling me that I look super cute is offensive because that's not what I'm going for. Thank you very much. No, it's okay, Nikki. It's okay. No, it has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you or the name. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my god, it could not have been more of a perfect fit because their comment was definitely a Karen move. It's a middle-aged white woman. It's literally what you picture a Karen would look like. That's literally who left that comment. I've got to be petty now. What is ignorant is throwing a tantrum when someone misses a comment and doesn't reply within a few seconds. Ignorant indeed. Okay, so I'm going to continue with this. I should probably not even play this game anymore, everybody. I should just be staring at chat the whole time because I don't want to miss a single message for more than 3 seconds or else I'm going to be accused of being ignorant again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Boom and boom. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, what's up, Hyper? Discord? The sky? I don't think the link works. I disabled pretty much every channel in my Discord. There's like one general channel where I was kind of just letting people know, hey, the channel's done, I'm not streaming anymore, blah, blah, blah. So it's not active. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I couldn't delete it completely because I'm not the one that created the Discord. Somebody from Germany did it for me as like they were trying to help my growth out because I didn't know what I was doing. It was right when I started the stream. And so he made my Discord and he made me the administrator, but apparently Discord doesn't allow administrators to delete the channel. Only the person who created it can delete it. And that's not me. So I couldn't delete it. And I just haven't fixed my Twitch. So I haven't gotten around to like removing the link or anything. You know what I mean? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, the Blackstone might be an issue. Oh well. Oh no, I thought that was ancient debris, but it's not. But yeah, the content creator in me says that I'll probably create my Discord again, but the me side of me doesn't really want to because it causes way too much anxiety for me. It's way too much stress having to try to stay on top of a Discord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I have like I feel bad that, you know, trolls will come in and harass other people, and if I'm not paying attention to it, I feel bad, right? That people are going to get harassed because of my Discord and I'm not even paying attention. I've also been accused of being of using the Discord as like a, how can I say it, like that I use it to kind of boost my own ego and that it's not actually there for like community building, but it was only there because everybody else wanted it and not me. And I don't attend it because Discord's never been interesting to me. I don't understand what the appeal is. It's like Twitter. I've never understood why everybody was so hyped about Twitter. I don't get why everybody's hyped about Discord. You know what I mean? So like I wouldn't want to make it just because of that, but I also know that it's really, really important because a lot of businesses will contact you through Discord, like will want to do deals and stuff through Discord. It's a good way to keep in touch with other creators and for your mods and stuff. So like, I know I need to. I just haven't figured out how I'm going to do it in a way that I'll be okay with it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's what a mod team does. Yeah, that's definitely what the mod team does. I felt bad because what would happen, there was one time that I'm thinking of in particular where I was, I hadn't checked Discord in like 2-3 weeks. Like I hadn't even opened the app. And apparently somebody had gone in and were like posting like pornographic images and we're using like the text to speech and we're like adding people and we're like using racist words that it was just like saying or whatever. They were calling people names and like all this was happening over like the span of a couple of hours. And people were messaging me on Discord, but because I don't open Discord and I had all of my alerts off, I had no idea until somebody messaged me through Facebook, somebody that I knew personally. And so that's the only reason I found out. And then a lot of people were really, really upset with me because my mods were trying to help, but there was only so much they could do. And I just wasn't around. So it really, really, like, it made my image worse, but it just made me feel really bad that I wasn't able to protect my community from that. And it's 100% on me because I didn't have any kind of protections available and I don't check it. And the reason I turned off so like when I first joined Discord, I was pretty active in it because I was excited. I was a brand new creator. I had all these new people that were hanging out. But I walked away from Discord because I started getting a lot of notifications. This is when I used to work during the day. I used to get a lot of notifications in the middle of the night. Like sometimes it'd be like 3 in the morning and people would message me and my alerts would go off and it would wake me up. Because even though it was 3 in the morning for me, it would have been like 8 or 9 in the morning for them, right? Or for some people, it was like 9 o'clock at night. And so like they were messaging at normal times for them, but it was triggering my alerts at 3 in the morning. So I just disabled my notifications. But because they were disabled, I would just forget to check it. And the less I checked it, the less active I was. And then negative things were happening with like I explained before, that one guy who like started a bunch of drama on my channel who was a mod. People that would like message me with their problems, but it wasn't anything like, one, it wasn't anything I could help with. Two, it wasn't me actually saying, hey, if you need to chat, message me. They would just message me and trauma dump. Or it would be like, they would message because they just wanted to chat, but then they would like constantly message and get upset if I didn't respond. And you know, I'm an adult, and they were kids, they were teenagers, but like they don't have responsibilities like I do. Yeah, they go to school, they might have a part-time job, but like I have a family and stuff, so like I couldn't spend all day just messaging them all the time. So it became more of a nuisance having Discord than it became of a benefit for me. And so once I turned off the notifications, I became less and less interested in checking it, until eventually I would go weeks without even opening the app, and I'd have no idea what was going on. I've only started like opening Discord now because I'm part of Deep Silver, and that's where they contact us with stuff. And I've got a couple of people that's the only way they'll talk to me is through Discord, because it's easier for them because they're active on Discord. But like I'm really not a fan of Discord. Like I said, I know that the creator in me is gonna have to do something about it. I don't have the energy right now to look it up. You know what I mean? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, ancient debris. I see some ancient debris. Might as well just take it now. One piece. One little piece. Oh well. It's not really gonna be helpful, but let's do that. Okay, I'm just gonna do these last, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's just do 3 more beds. And then I'm let's just fill the bar. 5 beds. And then I'm probably gonna call it a day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They show up with those sounds. Yeah, I just had him completely silented, because it was also really annoying when I'd be like mid-text and the stupid thing would pop up. That happens a lot, and it's not that it was like actually an inconvenience, it's just the way my brain works. If a notification pops up, I have to look what it is. And so like when I start getting a lot of hate on like TikTok and stuff, I'll just like shut the app off and not look at my comments, because I'll have to respond or I'll have to read it, and then it'll just wreck my day. So I try not to look at it at all if I'm already having a day where there's a lot of like negative stuff coming through. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like last night actually, I had a moment of like, oh god, because I'm not super active on TikTok right now. Like I haven't been posting a bunch of videos. I don't get like a crazy amount of notifications. I'll get a lot of like notifications. I'll get the random follow notification, but I don't get a lot of comments. I might get like 1 or 2 so-and-so commented. But when I open it and all of a sudden I see like 30 comments, it's dread, because it's usually a video that's blowing up and it's usually hate comments. So as soon as I see that, I'm like, oh god, like I don't want to look at them, but I also don't want to ignore them, because if it's people like genuinely showing love, I want to respond. So it's that double-edged sword, and then I'll check it. Thankfully yesterday it was 2 people arguing with each other. It had nothing to do with me, so whew, oh, there was a moment of relief. It was the nicest relief I ever felt. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But what I'm getting at is I have maybe it's probably the ADHD. I really struggle with not checking what the notification says when I see that it's something that is involving me. Yeah, no, mine pops up at the top of the screen. I could turn it off, but then that just turns off all the notifications. Either I do the sound or I have the little thing pop up at the top, but there's no actual like little at the top. You know how Android can have like a little logo for like TikTok, or like a little logo for like a chat that'll just like be a bubble in the corner, or like at the top bar with your battery and all that. But iOS doesn't have any of that. So it either comes down on the bar, or I swipe from the top down, or the sound effect. And so if I have it turned off, I'm not going to check it in the swipe down. So I'd rather just have it on or completely off, one or the other. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last bed. Okay, here we go. boom. And boom. And boom. The anxiety this gives me because I keep getting damaged and I'm so scared I'm gonna die. No, all the black stone's in the way. Oh wait, no, I did do this one, right? I think I did this one, yeah. Like, we've taken quite a bit of damage, but still not enough to kill me. It just... Oh, that one was a bad one. That was too close. Oh, God. Whew. Oh, that was really close to death. That was really, really close to death. That's why I like Android more. Yeah, Android definitely has its benefits with some of the layout choices. Yeah, this one's even too close. This one's going to hurt me. That one's going to hurt me, I think. Android has some choices that are definitely better with notifications and stuff that I way prefer over iPhone. The only reason I'm an iPhone user, like in all honesty, is the convenience for content creation. One, obviously, iPhone has better camera controls for most of the apps. Because of the way that their apps work, they have access to the proper camera. Whereas like Android has to do like screen recording or something for it to work, so it loses quality instantly. And the connection between all the different platforms. So like for me, the big benefit is how I can literally have a script that I write on my laptop and it instantly on my tablet without me having to do anything. It's just there. So I can write it on my laptop and just pull up my tablet and the script is there so I can start recording. Or I can, like my Hey Retro videos, when I record them with the fancy camera, what I do is I record them on the camera on my laptop. My camera, I transfer them to my laptop. From my laptop, I edit it down so it's only the pieces that I'm going to use. And then I can just airdrop it to my phone instantly, put the effect on from TikTok, and then airdrop it back to my laptop without having to like use Google Drive and upload it and then re-download it and all. It's just one button and it's there. And so like that is a really nice benefit to be able to do that. Or like if I'm on YouTube on my phone, I can instantly just open up my laptop and it's just in the same spot on my laptop. Or using my AirPods, I can be on my phone and then I can just turn it off and turn on my tablet and it's instant. Like that's the part that I like, is that I don't have to do anything to kind of switch between different platforms or computers or anything, because it's a complete and utter nightmare when I'm trying to, before I used any Apple products, when I was trying to edit on my computer, get it to my phone and have it upload without losing any quality, because even though there's Google Drive, sometimes the videos that are 10 minutes long are up to a gig. And so I either have to compress them so they're small enough that I can transfer them fairly quickly, or I have to take forever to upload then download, and sometimes it's not downloaded properly, so I got to change it again on the computer and then do the upload and download again. Whereas through AirDrop, I don't have to upload anything. I just click and it's sending in the full quality. It's like that's the reason I like it. Outside of that, it's way overpriced. The technology is relatively old. It's nothing super impressive as far as like when you compare it to a flip phone, like a foldable phone or any of that kind of stuff. But the convenience as a content creator is just 100% worth it for me. Yeah, and like you can connect your Android to your, but like when I was doing it, you could connect your Android to your Windows, but it didn't always work depending on how you edited your files, the way that you were doing it. And connecting to like the Android to my Windows, it didn't always give me everything that I wanted, or like it was still an extra step of having to like connect. Whereas like with where's my phone? It's like my phone right now, this is how long it takes me to do anything. So I'm gonna save your picture, pretending like I took that picture, the picture of your desk. And if I want to send it to my, let's say my tablet, right? With the Android, I'd have to pull out the cable, plug it in, go through the file format and transfer it. On my phone, I can I click photos, I go to your picture, and then I push the AirDrop button, and now it's sending. And there, it's on my tablet. Like that's all I had to do. So like I can quickly transfer files between my stuff without having to be like, oh fuck, where's the cable, and that's not the right cable, and that cable's broken now, so I gotta replace it, and okay, I gotta go through my Android to my file explorer, find the file that I want, and like, although it's not a huge difference for like a 10-minute video, sometimes I'm gonna transfer like 30 video files. And those extra 15 seconds for each video file then all of a sudden has now turned into 15 minutes that I've spent just transferring. Whereas with the iPhone, I can literally just push a button and it's sending. And what ends up happening, this is something that sucks on Apple, and I don't know why Apple doesn't fix this. Screen recording. I can screen record on my Apple tablet or my laptop, but for some reason, Apple does not screen record with the audio. It's only screen recording. And for most of my TikToks, that's fine because I don't use the audio from the videos that I'm going to screen record. But sometimes I need the audio. And the only way I can get the audio is to screen capture on my phone or my tablet and then send it to my laptop. And so that's where it gets really, really like time consuming, because I'll sometimes have, 8 or 9 different pieces of screen recordings that I've done. And so I can just transfer them, no problem, without having to like pull out cables and wait for the transfer rates and all that kind of stuff. So that's I do have your pictures everywhere. So that's where it adds up when you're doing so many. If it was just once in a while, yeah, it's absolutely way easier to just plug it in and go instead of having to have the whole ecosystem going. But when I'm very active and I'm doing, 5 or 6 videos in a day and each one is using 6 or 7 clips, it very quickly turns into 30 clips I've got to transfer back and forth. And like I said, sometimes there's an issue and I got to transfer it back to fix it and then send it back. That back and forth constantly eats up so much time, where that's the only thing that Apple really has that makes me stay with Apple, is that convenience. Outside of that though, Android 100% is way more customizable. There's way more options in the types of phones you want to get and in what you want your phone to have or do. Apple is very like, you're going to get what Apple wants you to get. And if you don't like that, then too bad. Or like limitations on like the apps and the pricing of things. Like nothing ever goes on sale in the Apple Store for games. The hardware available for Apple products, although it's much more widely supported because an iPhone is an iPhone, so you can make one style of case and then have a bunch of variants on it, versus like with a Samsung, there's like 8 different types of Samsungs, and then is it an LG, is it an Nokia, like all these different brands, so you have to have all these different cases. But with Android, you have options. With Apple, you don't. But with Apple, you have guarantee that it's going to work the way it's supposed to every single time. Whereas like with Android, one of the things that really frustrated me with Android is that depending on the phone you had, things weren't always going to work. Because sometimes the app was just needing a bit more of a powerful phone, or like your screen wasn't necessarily the best, so the colors didn't come out properly. With iPhone, because it is so constrained, at least I know that everything that they have that is supported by my hardware is going to work, and it's going to work well. Or that the screen is going to be very well calibrated, so I know the colors I see are going to be exactly how I want them to be. So like those are the main reasons I stick to it, but I still don't think Apple is a great product. It's just for my very specific uses, it's absolutely what I need. We're gonna have a fight in discussions. Yeah, no, Apple is Apple has its benefits. Like I said, there are things about Apple that have made them, be where they are. There are things that absolutely Apple stands out with, like the stuff that I just named. The stuff that I really like Apple for are the things that Apple is very, very good at, and overall is better than Android at. But if you're looking at like just the platform in general, what is better? Android is 100% better than Apple. There is so much more innovation happening with Android. There are so many more options with Android. Like there is no folding phone yet from Apple, and Android has had a folding phone for years now. And it's probably going to be a while before we see a folding phone from Apple, because Android is still having some issues with the folding phones. But you're not going to get stuff like that on Android. You're not going to get as many different types of apps. There's another one. Many different types of apps as you do on Android. with Apple because Apple is so picky about who they accept and what they allow. But the stuff that comes out on Apple is gonna work way smoother than anything that comes out on Android. Just because Apple is so generic that it's much easier to get compatibility going. So like, I definitely think that Apple is not the best. It's just very, very, very well made for what I need. It's like the editing thing. I use a Mac. I like Windows better than Mac. But I use a Mac because when I was on Windows, like my PC is pretty beefy. It's not, top of the line, but it's beefy. And editing a video sometimes would take me up to an hour because it crashed over and over and over again. And it wouldn't save the files, or it would corrupt as it was exporting, or it would just all of a sudden lock up and it wouldn't like show me. Like I would add transitions or whatever, and when I'd go play it back, it would play at like 3 frames a second, so I couldn't actually see the transition. So I couldn't see what I was doing until the video was edited. And sometimes once it was edited, I would notice, oh, there's all these problems with it. I got to go back and try to fix it without seeing what I'm doing. Even though the PC was way more powerful than my than my MacBook Air. But my MacBook Air is so well, I always forget the word, optimized. It's so well optimized that Final Cut Pro works on that thing. And I think in total, I've maybe had 7 crashes ever while editing, like full-blown crashes. The app shut down and everything was lost. And not even lost because it automatically saves constantly. So even though it crashes, I might only have to redo 5 minutes of work. Whereas like if I was working on DaVinci or if I was working on Premiere and it crashed and I hadn't saved, sometimes I'd have to redo the whole video from scratch. And that was super, super frustrating. And because it would take so long, that video that took me an hour because of all the crashes and everything on my Mac takes me 20 minutes. Because there are no crashes and there are no issues, and I can see the errors right away when I'm watching the video back with the transitions and stuff because it's so well optimized. But that's a very niche case. Not everybody needs that, right? Everybody who's going to be editing is probably doing fairly basic editing, so a couple of crashes here and there for the few times they edit, not a big deal. For me, on the other hand, I'm constantly editing, so having those crashes was detrimental for me. Because if I'm doing 6 or 7 videos and each one's going to take me over an hour because it crashes constantly, that's 6 or 7 hours. Whereas on my MacBook, that could be reduced down to 2 hours because there are no crashes. But outside of that, Apple is nothing. It's the fandom. It's absolutely the fandom. It's the same as the console wars, the whole Xbox versus PlayStation. If I talk bad about PlayStation, I'm suddenly an Xbox fanboy. If I talk bad about Xbox, I'm suddenly a PlayStation fanboy. But they've all got their strengths and weaknesses overall. We've got quite a few already. Yeah, having the ability to like zip stuff up and unzip stuff, that's definitely a huge benefit. Apple uses very weird file formats. It's not always easy to get things to do what you want on Apple because the file formats are always weird. How many have we picked up now? We got 13. We're almost at 21. We're almost at enough to be able to... actually, I don't think it's 21. I think it's 18 that we need because we're going to save one of those tablets to continue cloning them afterwards. Preston, how is it going, man? How are things? Yeah, that is one thing that Apple, at least as far as my experience has been, that is one thing that Apple does have head and shoulders above Android is the tablet experience. iPad tablets are very, very powerful for what they are. And they are much, much more refined, so you can do a lot more with an Android, with an Apple tablet than you can with an Android, even though an Android tablet is more open, so it's more like a PC experience than an Apple one would be. It's so much more refined on Apple that it's a much better experience on Apple because you're capable of doing more with that smooth experience. I game on my tablet constantly. Like constantly. It's very, very rare that I'm going to game on my Switch over my tablet because the iPad mini that I have has a relatively powerful chip. It's not top of the line. It's not an M1, but it's an I think it's an A16 or A15, and even like the latest tablet, the latest regular iPad doesn't even have that, and the A15 or 16, whatever it is still on the base iPhone that just got the iPhone 14, the base iPhone 14. So it's still relatively powerful. And when I play on my Switch, I'm gonna get 2 hours of an intensive, a graphically intensive game. On my tablet, I'm getting 5-6 hours out of a graphically intensive game. So the tablet experience is definitely quite good on Apple. But not everybody's going to be using a tablet for that. Most people are going to use their tablet for internet browsing and watching videos. So the power isn't always a benefit to most people. Yeah, you prefer Android phones? Yeah, and Android is definitely more likable for almost everybody. The benefits that the Android phone gives that Apple has zero competition with, the customizability and all that stuff, doesn't affect me in any way because I don't customize my phone. I actually end up making my Androids, the last time I had an Android was years ago, but I end up making my Android just look like an iPhone when I set it up because I like having everything just there in front. I don't want to have like special widgets and icons all over my screen. And when Apple finally announced that they were going to support widgets on their desktop, my For You page was flooded with all these like my screen aesthetic and all these people showing how their screens were so aesthetic now. And I thought they were all so ugly. I didn't see what the allure was with all these people using all these widgets. So I was like, yeah, that's cool, but I don't see what the major benefit is. That's like walking into a car dealership and having somebody be like, look at my aesthetic, and it's just because their car is red. It's like, cool, that one's blue. There's not really I don't see what the huge draw is. But I'm not saying that there's not a huge draw. I'm just saying for me, that's not a draw. So the one thing that Android does hands down better than Apple is something that I don't use at all. So it's pointless to me. But that file transferring back and forth, my life has become so much easier ever since I started doing that. Preston, man, I hope you're having a good day. I hope everything worked out with the files and stuff and that your agent was able to kind of give you some kind of guidance. I think 13. 13 is what we ended up with. I'm gonna make a few pieces right now, and then I'm gonna stop for the day. 2.5 hours, that's not bad. Yeah, the simplicity of Apple is a big thing. Their Mac operating system is almost too simple that it has gone kind of full circle. It's so simple that now it gets complicated. Like one thing I hate about Apple, their Mac system versus Windows, is their full screen mode. Windows allows you to like hit the little square icon to make it full screen, but you still have the taskbar and everything, or the top bar, the taskbar, I think, whatever, visible, and you can still like you still feel like you're in a window. It's just expanded to take up the whole screen. But then if you press, I think it's F11, you get like the proper full screen where the window is no longer a window. It's just, that's what your screen is. I like that. Whereas Mac doesn't do that. Mac gives you a button that you can press and it'll be full screen. Or you can double click on the top bar and it'll expand it, but it doesn't actually take up the whole screen. You have to manually drag it to make it take up the whole screen. I hate that. Sometimes I want the full screen, but not actual full screen. I just want the window to take up the whole screen. Or the fact that they use red, yellow, and green instead of like little images. And it gets super confusing as to like what the buttons do because they don't always do the same thing. Or like the file, edit, video, or file, edit, view, all that. Their Windows setup is kind of different and it gets confusing sometimes to follow. So they've gone so simple that it almost gets confusing. But their iOS platform, yeah, it's so simple that pretty much anybody can start using it, which is a huge, huge benefit for Apple. Ugh, we win. I hate dishes so much. I hate them so much. They didn't say anything. Okay, as long as they didn't say anything. As long as they didn't say anything. But yeah, I do like Mac. But I think it goes back to the same thing. I've been a Windows user my whole life. Windows has been... do I not have furnaces? Weird. Windows has always been what I use for everything. I like Windows. I like how it's formatted. I like how much support it has. Like if you want to game, you need a Windows PC. You can't really game on a Mac. Hopefully that's changing soon, but you can't really game on a Mac. Windows still is not fully stable. Right now, I'm dealing with a few really weird things on my computer. One of the things is that for some reason, my computer, it used to have Windows 11. I downgraded to Windows 10. Microsoft has decided that they don't want to support Windows 10 anymore, so they're trying to force you to upgrade to Windows 11. Mine will not upgrade for no reason, because it's already had it, but it won't upgrade. And it'll give me like, if I go to start and like restart, it'll be like update and restart or update and shut down. I've already accepted to do Windows 11, and it does the update stuff, but then it reloads and says it didn't update and has the update again. But no reason why it's doing it, and I can't figure it out. That's a whole Windows platform issue with compatibility with the hardware. I'm also having issues with the other PC, the gaming PC that I'm playing on, that it'll just randomly freeze up. It doesn't crash, it just stops responding for a while, and then it eventually starts responding again. Stuff like that sucks on Windows. Whereas my Mac, everything just works. And it all works well and super smooth. So like, I like that about Mac, is that I don't have to worry about weird crashes or weird glitches. They happen, but for every 10 times it happens on my PC, it only happens once on my Mac. And so like the ease in not having to crash, even though it's super limited because you only have a couple of options in what you're going to use, that ease is 100% worth it for me. And it's the same thing with Android, right? You have all these options, but because of all the options, you have more crashes, you have more glitches, you have more bugs. Apple, you have 0 options, but because of that, it's a much smoother experience. It's a much more cohesive experience. It all like translates really well. If you know how to use a tablet, you're going to know how to use a phone. If you know how to use either of those, there's a better chance you're going to understand how to use Windows or the Mac OS, because a lot of the same rules apply to all of them. So like that is nicer, but yeah, that ease of use isn't a benefit for a lot of people. Wait for me, so I must do it every time. Yeah, Nikki, we have a dishwasher, so that helps for us. That helps a lot. But still, we don't always have enough dishes for the dishwasher, so they have to get washed manually, and that part sucks. I play WoW on Mac laptop. Yeah, and apparently WoW is like the game. Every review I've watched over the last few months, WoW is the game that will show you how great Mac is for gaming, because that is one game that is fully customized to work on Mac, and it works flawlessly on Mac. Every video that I watch, they're like, oh, we're gonna do a bunch of tests to see how well the Mac's new chip can run, and then it literally just resorts to, well, because it's not fully like optimized and it's not working really well, we started playing WoW. Every time. Every time. But with the latest because a lot of you aren't Mac users, Mac does the same thing that like E3 does, where they talk about all the Apple products. That's how they announced the whole VR thing they're doing. Okay, so this is where you can make now the... Hey, why isn't it... Hold on. Oh, that's why, because I didn't have enough there. There it is. So now this is how you make ancient debris. Okay, so I was wrong. It's 4. I thought it was 3. So we need way more. I can only make 3 of them. But yeah, so this is how we make ancient debris into netherite. You have 4 pieces of gold and 4 pieces of netherite. And then you get 3 netherite ingots. And now how do I make... Do I have enough stuff to make I don't know. I think I do. I hope I do. Sorry, my brain is kind of everywhere right now. But yeah, they have their yearly announcements of all the new stuff that they're going to be implementing to iOS or their Macs or the new hardware they're selling. So everybody that's an Apple fan gets super, super excited. Okay, just 2 iron. That's perfect. And this latest one was a huge deal for a lot of people because they announced a bunch of games, which they don't normally do. They don't normally announce games. It's not really big for them. They don't. I'll read it in a sec, Preston. I can't see what it is. I'll message you about it as soon as I'm done. They don't really talk about gaming, and people have always been kind of upset because Apple was known for being a gaming company. Like that was their thing back in the day, and suddenly they stopped and they became all business. So they announced a whole bunch of support for a whole bunch of games this last announcement. Now their hardware, you have to buy their like top of the line computer for it to really flex its muscles. And at that point, you're spending like up to $10,000 and you can buy a ridiculously powerful PC at that price. So it's not really worth it yet. But the fact that they're putting their money behind gaming, it gives me hope because I've said this many, many times. When the Switch was released, it was already old. Like it was not new hardware. The chip inside, it was not top of the line. It wasn't even like fairly recent. It was old. They modded it to make it keep up, but it was already old technology. So at this point, at 6 years, almost 7, it's ancient technology. Like it is not very good hardware at all. Not to mention the drift and the screen only being 720p, all that stuff. This iPad can run circles around the Switch, and it is far thinner than the Switch is with a much bigger screen than the Switch has. And the gaming experience is way better on this. But the Switch has better support for games, and this doesn't. So if Apple can get better support for games, they have hardware tablet-wise that would make them a powerhouse in gaming. Or if the Switch did the reverse and got hardware that's similar to Apple's hardware, they could have crazy, crazy amount of hardware upgrades. Thank you so much, Todd. I really appreciate the sub. Thank you so, so much. I really, really appreciate it. I had a dishwasher, but my husband borrowed and he lost the dishwasher. How do you lose a dishwasher? I'm just picturing the conversation. You walk in and he's like, Nikki, I got some bad news. I went out with some friends and my dishwasher, I must have left it at the table at the restaurant and, it must have fallen out of my pocket without me noticing and I lost it. I've called all the restaurants that I went to and none of them seem to know where the dishwasher is, but I'll find it. Like, how do you lose a dishwasher? Oh, man. That's pretty crappy. I'm sorry, Nikki. I'm sorry. That's pretty crappy. Oh, wait. I need the upgrade things. I think I'm going to upgrade my armor right now because I've got the pickaxe. And pickaxe right now is the most important thing that I needed with netherite. And now I've got that, so it doesn't matter anymore. But where did I put the upgrade tablet? There it is. So we've got 3. So this is how you do the upgrade. So I've only got 3. So I guess we'll do the pants. I guess we'll just do these 3 because I haven't upgraded the boots yet. So you do the piece you want to upgrade. So I want my diamond helmet and I want my upgrade tablet and then I want my netherite. Then boom. The helmet is now netherite helmet and then chestplate. The chest plate is now netherite chest plate. And my pants. I got netherite pants. And I have continued to wear super bright blue boots because I am stylish. The reason you upgrade is when it's in the tools, they last a lot longer. And when it's in your armor, it lasts a lot longer and it provides way more protection. There was a while there actually in this game where the protection was so good that you became almost invincible by having full netherite armor. There's videos of when it first released, when they first allowed you to upgrade to netherite, because everybody had diamond and then they released netherite. When it first got released, there are videos out there of people running out into mobs and just letting them hit them, and you could see they would take half a heart of damage and instantly it refilled. And so they were basically invulnerable. Like you could not kill somebody unless they fell in lava and stuff when they had netherite. So they had to nerf it a little bit because it was way too powerful, but it's still pretty powerful. So having netherite is always a really nice upgrade for sure. But there, we've made some progress. I now have netherite for these things and a netherite pickaxe. We still have to find 4 more for my boots. Well, 3 because of that, but 4 more for my boots, 4 more for my diamond sword, 4 more for my iron axe. So that's what, 3 so far? So that's 12. 4 more for my other pickaxe and 4 more for this. So that's 12, 16, 20. I need at least 20 more pieces of ancient debris and at least I think 2 more of these, something like that. We need quite a few. We need quite a few. Yeah, Luis, with the ray tracing, the graphics have a huge upgrade in this game. I wish you were here when it was morning, when the sun was rising. You could see the... Actually, I could sleep. You'll see like the god rays coming through. I don't know if it's gonna come... I think it's through the door in this base. Yeah. Look at that. Look at the god rays coming through. You can see right where the light hits. And like, look at that. Like, it's so... Ray tracing is so cool, right? And then you go outside and look at that. Like, it's so cool. Ray tracing, and this is no other, like, skins or anything put on the game, whatever they're called. I don't remember what they're actually... Oh, crap. Not skins, but whatever they're called. Texture packs or whatever. None of that. It's just the ray tracing, so the lighting's the only upgrade in here, but the graphics look so much better. The sand looks shiny. It almost looks like Lego. And then look at the water. The water even looks like Lego. Like, you can see the sun reflecting in the water. And like, if I go underwater, you can see like how the lights have like little sunbeams and it reflects into the top of the water, but you can still see through the top of the water. Like, it's... Ray tracing is really powerful. I'm excited for, as the years progress and the hardware gets better to the point where ray tracing can be pushed to the maximum and it won't completely bring your computer down to its knees and crying. You know what I mean? Oh, so good. So good. Preston, I'm not sure. I haven't really been looking at games because I'm so broke. I don't know if I told you, but I had like somewhere between $1,500 and $2,000 stolen from my account. And the bank has pretty much just said, we'll look into it and it'll take us 15 to potentially 30 days for us to get back to you and to then maybe return your money. Even though it's like insanely obvious that it was stolen, because it wasn't just like, oh, $1,000 went missing. It was like the exact same charge over and over and over again in the span of like an hour. But the bank won't just give me my money. They need to investigate everything. So I'm just stuck. So I'm not even like looking at what games are out or anything. But if anything, from the ones that are sticking in my head, Final Fantasy is probably like the closest thing. And even then, I'm not going to get Final Fantasy anytime soon, even if I have the money, because my controller's broken on my PlayStation 5, so it's useless. So I can't even get it anyway. But that's probably the only one that's like really on my radar right now. Probably. Yeah, Luis, it's on PC. I don't think they've released the ray tracing patches on Xbox yet, because they were supposed to release it on the Xbox, but this is on PC. This is the Bedrock edition. There are ray tracing mods you can put on the Java edition. I don't know how accurate this is, but back when I last checked, the Java edition didn't use proper ray tracing. It was using a different type of encoding, which actually didn't work very well. It made it graphically really beautiful, but it wasn't really customized properly, so it actually would make your computer like fall apart adding ray tracing. Like, you would go from, you know, over 100 frames a second down to like less than 30 by adding that pack onto the game, because it just wasn't optimized. But NVIDIA worked specifically with the Bedrock edition, so their ray tracing kit works way smoother on the Bedrock edition than it does on the Java edition. And it looks really good. Like you just saw, the Java edition ray tracing is quite good. It's quite good. That one isn't really on my list at all. It's one of those, like, I would like that game, but there are probably a lot of other games I would buy before spending money on Tears of the Kingdom. I know everybody really likes Tears of the Kingdom, and I'm sure I would like it. I've said this many times, but to me, Breath of the Wild was not the best Zelda game, and almost everybody disagrees with me. They all think that Zelda Breath of the Wild was like the ultimate Zelda game up until this one. So I'm not like ultra hyped on it. Like after I beat it the second time on stream, I have never put it in my Switch again. I've never had a draw to want to play it again. I've never wanted to look into it again. I could care less. Whereas like Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time, I've beaten more times than I can count. And I still want to go back and play. Like I'm tempted right now, not this second, but like now that I'm restarting my stream to start playing those games again. And Breath of the Wild doesn't even come on my radar for that. I would rather play Twilight Princess than Breath of the Wild. I think Breath of the Wild is a better game, but I enjoyed Twilight Princess more than I enjoyed Breath of the Wild. So Tears of the Kingdom, if I don't play it for the next 10 years, I don't feel like I'm missing out. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of those like, yeah, I know I would enjoy it and I would like it, but for $100, I'd rather buy a game that I would be very, very excited for than a game that I'm kind of like, yeah, if I play it, I play it. If I don't, I don't. You know what I mean? Yeah, Preston, with the ray tracing on, Minecraft is very beautiful. And not just very beautiful, but the fact that it's such a peaceful game, you're allowed to just like take in that beauty in like the pixel art that they use. You know what I mean? Yeah, and don't get me wrong, Breath of the Wild is a good game. It's just, as far as a Zelda game is concerned, I prefer the other Zelda games to Breath of the Wild. I felt Breath of the Wild was a good game. It was not a good Zelda game. And the Zelda games, having played those, it doesn't mean you're going to like Breath of the Wild, because Breath of the Wild is like, it almost feels like it's inspired by Zelda, but not actually a Zelda game. I just don't like the fact that everything you do in it is not super important. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like you can literally just walk off the plateau and head right to Ganon and fight him. It would be very, very hard, but you can do that, which is like, yeah, it's freedom. You can kind of play the way you want, but it makes everything else almost feel pointless for me, because it's not like I have to do these things to get to the end. I can literally just head to the end. Whereas like the other Zelda games, I cannot fight Ganon unless I do all these other steps beforehand, which limits how much you can play it, but it also makes me feel like I'm achieving something as I move forward. Whereas Breath of the Wild, I kind of felt like, okay, cool, I got the Master Sword, but I don't actually feel any stronger with it, or I don't actually feel like it was a cool thing to get. It's just a cool piece of memorabilia, but I could just use the other swords that I find along the way and never use the Master Sword and still complete the game. Do you know what I mean? So that's where like that's why for like Tears of the Kingdom, I'm kind of like, because I already feel that way about Breath of the Wild. So it just wouldn't be worth $100 for me. And because Nintendo never puts their games in a deep sale, it's just not on my chart. If it was a game that I knew like in 5 years it's gonna be $20, yeah, absolutely I would want to get it. But because I know it's gonna be $100 forever, it's more of like, if I have money to burn, I'll buy it. But if I don't, I'm definitely not even thinking about it. Yeah, you'll pick up Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, everybody says it's amazing. No Master Sword, wouldn't stick run. Exactly. I'm wasting my whole paycheck on all those Mario games they got announced. Yeah, the Mario games, I'm curious about Mario Wonder. I think that's what it's called. I'm curious about that. I liked the first couple of the new Super Mario Bros, but it got played out. It just felt like the same game over and over and over again. It felt like DLC every time they released a new one, and I got really sick of the whole scheme. I'm really hoping the new Mario Wonder doesn't just feel like that game with a tweak. I hope it feels like a totally different game. So I'm cautiously optimistic, but I'm not holding my breath. Do you know what I mean? Mario RPG, Preston. Yeah, that on the other hand, I'm very curious about Mario RPG. Very curious about Mario RPG. With the new Super Mario Bros. Yeah, you're quite a bit younger than me, I'm assuming. See, I grew up with the original Mario Bros. And the SNES Mario. So like I'm used to the platforming, but the new Super Mario Bros, the difference, and this is where the criticism lies, it's not that the games themselves are really bad at any way, but like if you play Mario 1, Mario 2, and Mario 3, they're very different games from each other. If you play Super Mario World, it's very different than the last three. Yoshi's Island, very different than Super Mario World, because Yoshi's Island originally was Super Mario World 4. It's very different than Super Mario World, or Super Mario World 2, sorry. It's different than Super Mario World. But then you get to New Soup, and all of a sudden they're all exactly the same. They just have a couple of different power-ups, but all of it is the same. The layout is the same, the graphics are the same, the move set is the same, like there's no change. And so after you played the first two, you've basically played all of them because they're all exactly the same. So that's where the criticism lies, that they just kept bringing out this game over and over and over and over again without actually improving it in any way. It's like when you look at Super Mario 2 in the States and Canada and Super Mario 2 in Japan. Super Mario 2 in Japan was basically just Super Mario 1 with new levels. Super Mario 2 in the States was Doki Doki Panic with a paint job to look like Mario, but it was very different, so it was a totally new experience. If they had made Super Mario 3 be exactly the same as Super Mario 2, which was exactly the same as Super Mario 1, by number 3 people would have been completely burnt out and tired of it. So they innovated all the time. But then New Super Mario Bros., once you played the first one, all of them were exactly the same. Just the power-ups were different and the level layout was different, but it was the exact same game. So like it's a good game, but you only needed one. So that's where my criticism lies. It's like they milked it and they just killed it. It's like COD. When Call of Duty Modern Warfare came out, it was revolutionary because it was modern war instead of the World War II stuff. And then they just milked that game. And I've done it in videos intentionally where I've used clips from different Call of Duty games, and people will criticize me saying I'm criticizing Call of Duty, and all I did was show one of them when I intentionally showed like 3 different Call of Duties, and they couldn't even tell which one I was showing because they're so generically the same. It's the same with New Super Mario Bros. If I show clips of New Super Mario Bros., unless you know the exact level I'm showing you, you wouldn't be able to tell which one is which, because graphically they're exactly the same, gameplay wise they're exactly the same. So it became very stale very, very quickly. So my concern with Wonder is that it's not going to be enough of a refresh and it's still going to feel stale. It looks like it's going to be a pretty big refresh, but there's a lot that looks like the New Super Mario Bros. So I'm cautiously optimistic. That's all I can say is I'm cautiously optimistic. Yeah, Paper Mario is one that's super disappointing. They turned it very childlike over the years with all the different Paper Mario stuff they came up with. Mario RPG I'm really curious about. I would really like to see the original Paper Mario being remade, or start with Mario RPG and go down that path and maybe do some more Mario RPG style stuff, because that stuff was really cool. I will agree with you on that, Luis. It's gotten easier as time has progressed. And you know, I'm all for it being easy. I just wish they still allowed a difficult version where like, oh, it's easy, but you can click here for like expert mode and then they go back to like 3 lives. Game over, you go back to the beginning of the world, where they gave you that challenge, because Mario has become so accessible, which is great. But to the point where like now there is no challenge to Mario. Now you just play it for the enjoyment, but there's no challenge to it. Whereas before it was a challenge where like you could spend months and months and months playing Mario because you kept dying, getting game over and having to start the world over again. You had to get good at it. But that's not for everybody. So I totally get it. But I wish that there was an option, like even if you beat the whole game and then you can go back and play New Game Plus, and now New Game Plus is with classic settings where like the coins give you lives, the lives matter because you get game over, everything gets erased. Like that would be really cool for them to do, but they've gone full blown like easy mode. If you die more than like 3 times, now they give you like a pea suit so you don't die. And it's like, I get it because it's for kids, but like a lot of us that grew up with it, we're now older. We want the challenge. We want that hard part too. So give us the option. Don't make it the only option, but give us the option. You know what I mean? Yeah, Preston, absolutely. I've never played Thousand Year Door and I want to. So I would love to see them do a remake of it. Love to see them do a remake of it. I'm hoping Mario RPG will blow up and then they'll want to do the remake as like an easy cash grab. But it was kind of the same feeling that I had with the Zelda that came out, the Link's Awakening. When they remade that, I was super hyped because like, they're going to remake all the Game Boy ones. And then that's the only one they did. They have the engine. They could literally just like, it would be work, but it wouldn't be a lot of work to remake those. And they haven't. And it would be such an easy sell to just redo like Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons and even like the Super Nintendo Zelda, all with that graphic style. Super easy money right there. But yeah, I'm hopeful for the new Mario stuff that's going to come out. I'm hopeful for this upcoming year for Nintendo. I think they've got a lot of really cool stuff in the works. I wish that they were doing it with new hardware alongside it. But it is nice to see that they're not just fully abandoning the old Switch until it dies out and then they release the new stuff. There's still stuff coming out, which is nice. Oh, me too, Hyper. Me too. All right, I gotta get going. I gotta eat something. I'm starving. It's only 4. Dinner isn't for another like hour and a half to 2 hours. But I gotta nibble on something. I'm starving. But I don't stream tomorrow. Tomorrow's my day off. And it's my actual day off from work. So I am 100% not going to do anything. I'm going to be super lazy and sleep all day. And then I'll be back Thursday. And then we will continue with something, either Dead Island or 7 Days. I'm not sure yet. And then hopefully in a few weeks, I will, now that everything's kind of done with my dad and I can kind of recharge my batteries over the next couple of weeks, that I can start looking at like setting more of a rigid schedule of like, this day I play this day I play this, and like have a much more set schedule like I used to, instead of it being so wonky as it is right now. That way people know when to come by to see what they want to see. And if I'm streaming 4 days a week, eventually I'll be getting up to 5 days a week. Then I can start doing where like I play one game multiple times in the week and not just like once. So that way there's more progress in the game and we can build more of a community based around that one specific game. Do you know what I mean? But roughly around like 1 p.m. Yeah, it kind of depends on when I get up. But yeah, roughly around 1 p.m. is when I'll be going live. Good luck with your training, Hyper. Good luck with your training. Luis, thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate you being here. You're welcome, We Win. And Trilena, see you later. See you later, Preston. Thanks for popping in, man. Yeah, so TikTok, I will see you later. Take care, TikTok. Bye-bye. Lots of love. And Twitch and YouTube, thank you so much. Infinity Gamer, yes. I don't even know what I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat something, but I'm going to eat. I'm starving. But yeah, have yourselves a great rest of your day. I will see you guys in a couple of days. All right, take care.